Yo, what's going on, Lords? What's going on, Squirrely Dan, Optimus Cole? What's up, baby? Xbox, I see you. D, let me know if y'all can hear us well before we go live and all this. We doing this streaming stuff. Yo, King, Fame, just say something to the people. Yo, what's up? Just make sure y'all can hear everybody. Yo, what's going on, Lords?
Do you understand what's about to happen today? I done told you dudes what's going in. And today, I hope your bayonets is ready. Bayonets up. Get them bayonets up.
All right, cool. Make sure y'all heard King and all that. You know what I'm saying? Cold, what's up? Thank you, brother. Thanks for the sound check. What's up? Just make sure y'all can hear everybody. And we are live. Welcome. Actually, hopefully welcome Mixer and Twitch users. We haven't seen you guys into the realm, joining you guys pretty new. But welcome to the Iron Lord Podcast and the Lords of Gaming.net, episode number 156. It's another glorious Sunday. We're back at the round table on the Lord's Day. I'm very excited about our special guest. And we've got Xbox Series X games reveal, Game Pass 10 million subscribers, The Last of Us 2 leak saga, SummerGameFest, and the latest StadiaConnect to discuss, so we gonna get right into it. I want to introduce a Lord who is not only one of the most charismatic and entertaining Lords in the realm, but whose passion for gaming while incorporating real-life issues truly makes him one of the pillars within our gaming community. Introducing the creator and host of the Double XP podcast and the Fame Entertainment YouTube, Mixer, and Twitch channels, the Lord of Anime, Video Games, and Shenanigans, and one of the founding fathers of Cowboys Nation. Yeah, buddy. Live from Texas and making his long-awaited debut into the realm of the Lords, my man, Lord Fame Entertainment 2K. How you doing, sir?
Man, I don't deserve all of that. You get in mind, yo, there's some Joe Rogan, Texas with a snake in his boot and his guy, and I'd have been cool with that.
Let's get it, man. Good
yo, man, I appreciate y'all having me on. But like I said, it's been a long time coming, man.
Word.
Definitely.
Word.
You guys, I ain't no pillar. You guys are pillar. Sundays, man. Everybody knows Sunday the Lord's Day, man. I love podcast. You guys been doing y'all thing, man. Nothing but much love and respect for you guys, man. And I got a couple of things I'm building in the background, and you guys, somebody on your team has been really helpful in me building this particular thing. So much love for you guys, man. I'm happy to be here today.
No doubt, man. Long overdue. You are a Lord in your realm, one of the OGs, man. Happy to have you in the building. What you been playing, Fame? What gaming you been doing?
Man, the very first console I ever owned that was just mine was the Sega Genesis. And the first game I played was the Streets of Rage.
Let's get it.
And so SOR4 is huge for me. So I played the mess out of that game as of when the day after it came out, so that Wednesday, and I've been playing it nonstop. Luckily, part of the achievements is play with this character, play this character. I have no problem with that.
Same thing.
I'm doing this all day and tomorrow.
Same thing, brother.
So Streets of Rage 4, and I just finished a review for Obey Me, which I'll be releasing here fairly soon. So between those two, man, they've been keeping me busy, no doubt.
No doubt. That's what's up. Chat is already in early. Shout out to Smitty Smith, Fowler, Super Chat. Bayonets held high, chanting the Book of X. The Book of X. Yo, he in his bag early, son. You already know. Salute. Yo, you got to hit us up, man. Oh, Cat Daddy, man. Salute to Cat Daddy. Cat Daddy got fat stacks with the Fowler, Super Chat. Gears is better than Halo, and Gears Tactics is the best Gears. Book it. No, now let me close the chat because I don't want
you're gonna have to sit down there, Cat Daddy. All right, I'm willing to admit that Gears Tactics is better than all the other Gears games, but we're not attacking Halo. We're not doing it.
Bro, I'm seeing people chirping. People chirping, man. I don't know. No doubt. Away. So it's been that going on and all that good stuff. You already know. So we got the four horsemen of gaming, the original Lords of the Realm here in the round table. My co-host, the co-most, my brother from another mother, the difficult game conqueror, Lord of Reviews, and the Howl of the Young Wolf. My man, Lord Addict, how you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good. It's been a crazy week in gaming, man.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is we go from nothing happening to like everything's happening every day.
Yeah.
Boom.
Check it's not looking good for Sony. No, I'm joking. So I've been playing this Gears Tactics.
I see you, brother. I see you.
I got about almost probably 30 hours in it. Like,
what's the vibes?
It's good. Like it really is. Obviously, there are issues with it. That's huge issues. Like I'm not really feeling the side mission stuff at all.
Yeah.
Because in order to do a main mission, you have to do a certain amount of side missions. They make you do the side missions.
Oh, but the problem is, side mission type of dude.
Well, no, the problem
he'll leave a backpack on the ground. Spider-Man.
But no, but the problem is it's the same 3 side missions, really.
Oh, okay. So they forcing you to do the monotonous, and you like the hell with this part. That's what he said.
I'm not an errand boy. I told you guys this. Like, go get your own packages. I don't care. Like,
side quest addict. Go ahead.
But it's good. I enjoy it, and you obviously that new people are already talking about my beard. Look, man.
Oh, they going in. Your camera debut. They going in on your camera debut.
I can't do nothing about it.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Looking like a
glorious going on.
He said, how does Attic? He said, how does Attic
tier 1 operator?
Yeah. He said, how does Attic eat with that on his face? Yo, they going in. Shout out to Z Black Rider. $5. I think it's Canadian. Cat Daddy got that Last of Us 2 fever, Halo Forever. And Smitty Smith, he says, $2. Yo, salute the Addict's beard. I must salute.
That's right. Give it up. That camera does that thing right there.
You already
my guy.
know. So that's been it. Just been you already finished with Chimera Squad already?
Yeah, I beat that last week.
Oh, damn. Difficult Game Conqueror in the building. And, of course, returning, we have our most technical gaming lord.
Going in right now.
Wow. Before we get started, I got to stop the intro.
Of course. Let me read them.
I got to stop the intro, sir.
Let me read these.
Yes, please.
Shout out to Squirrely Dan 82 with the $5 super chat. Lord Attic getting his beard game up to try out for the next God of War.
My God.
Look, man, all I'm saying is if I came across Kratos, he wouldn't be walking.
All right, Kaga, the Tazuichi's for you, actually.
Oh, Tazuichi's for me? All right, hold on. Let me back up. I thought you had that.
No, but I read the
wants
line.
Oh, for me? Oh, wow. All right, yo, wow. Tazuichi, $50 super chat. I want Cog to read this. Why is he the shinobi when the man has no honor? He should be the Ronin, the samurai without master, the corrupted one. Finally catching one live. No overtime this week. I'll watch when it's done later. Salute Tazuichi. We've been beefing on Twitter. Yeah. We've been going at it.
Optimus Code. We got a $20 super chat from Optimus Code. I can't stay, but wanted to stop by and show some support. No need to read this support, only Pete. We still reading it, man.
You can read it. We gonna read it.
We still gonna read it, Cole. Come on, fam. You family. You already know. We can't not do that. Then we got Cyrus Burke, right?
We got Cyrus Burke with the $5 super chat. I haven't played Gears Tactics, though. How can we compare turn-based game to third-person shooters? Also, getting his AC Valhalla fit going with that shit.
That's right. That's my
Valhalla. And of course, we have returning our most technical gaming lord, the solo gamer who lives for the single-player selfish experience, and also the Sastradamus, Mr. Offline Profile Illuminati and Lord Patreon of the Iron Bank. Returning, my man, Lord Sovereign. How you doing, sir?
I'm feeling much better. Better. Just better. No,
man.
You're
scaring us, brother.
I can't have to come to the realization I'm getting old and I'm starting to get things that I didn't even know I was ever going to get.
Shout out to that.
So yeah, man, I got some serious allergies going on that I've never had before. So now I have to just, a couple months out of the year is not going to be fun for me moving forward. But
cut back on that cheese, baby. Cut back on that cheese.
For real.
Why the cheese is the reason?
Yeah, trust me. You cut back on that cheese.
Oh my God. Yo, shout out. We got some I gotta get these super chats, bro. Smitty Smith up in there. Oh no, let me get to Smitty. because he defended my honor. Shout out to Smitty Smith with the $5 super chat. There shall not be any slander against my dude Cog and the cognition. My man. You already know. You heard that, Tazuichi? No more slander.
We got a $20 super chat from Cedric. Shout out to the Lords for the best podcast on the Lord's Day. I appreciate it, man. Definitely all of you guys have been very grateful already, man. We got a great community.
Absolutely.
We got 172. Let's get those likes up right now. Let's do that.
Likes been low. I don't never complain about likes, but the views been nice, but the likes been low. Come on, Lord. Anyway, after I'm done begging the community. Yo, what's up, man? What's up, son? What you play, man?
Shout out to No Russian. No, it ain't the Wuhan. Thank you.
Wow. He said you got that Wuhan.
No, man. Wow. But definitely, shout out to everybody who said what's up and looked out for me when while I was gone. Sure. So what I've been playing, look, like Fame said, man, listen, bro. Listen. We need to have a topic to this on its own.
We taking it to the streets? Let's go.
Just taking it to the streets. I definitely played some more AC Odyssey and some story revelations in that blew me away. I was like, oh wow. So I played more of that. But once that Streets of Rage came out, shout out to Lizard Cube. Shout out to .emu.
Don't forget God Crush.
And God Crush, of course.
Yes, sir.
So in my view, they are the stewards of this franchise moving forward. That's it. They gave you everything that you want in a side scrolling beat 'em up. And they did they kind of did in a way what what Coalition did with Gears 4, right? They gave you the game that they needed to give you to show you they can do it, right? And I just want to see, to me, what they move forward with, because I really don't have much in the way of complaints about this game at all, except for the fact that I think the beat 'em up can evolve to be even more like a fighting game. Like a fighting game with more moves and counters and stuff like that. Right. To me, they gave us the groundwork for what the beat 'em up is moving forward. For me, nobody touches this franchise but them. In my opinion.
Oh my God.
Fantastic.
Yo, shout out to Sting in the chat. He's like, Cog, he said, tell me playing the new game with the old soundtrack doesn't make you tear up, bro. When you throw the retro on too.
And the thing is, and us whoever's been playing on Game Pass, right? We kind of got a little bit shafted because there was something that happened that they didn't get the final patch out in time. So there's stuff in the other versions, like the retro modes that aren't secret modes and stuff like that.
Really?
There's retro modes that we're missing out on.
But that's for those people that go to buy. So if you want to get a pixel joint, I know it's coming. It's coming.
$2 super chat. Smitty Smith, Lord Solve is speaking the gospel. He just wanted to be clear. Okay.
But it's this. All right, and I understand they talking about all the patches a little bit late. I know what it is. If you're gonna pay $60 or whatever the game costs, because I wouldn't know because I got it on Game Pass. But if you're gonna pay whatever the price is of admission, you should get something for your ticket. So if they gave you a little warm and fuzzy, play in pixelated mode, God bless, say less, do your thing. Yeah. But on God and them, this boy has definitely been playing his joint on a freebie.
I have been too. Don't get me wrong. Because I was about, I was gonna do the Switch version. Then I was like, you know what? I'm home. I'm playing the Game Pass version, and I'm gonna tell you this, man. Like Fame said, like this is the type of game you finish with one character, you jump on with the next one because it's a totally different feeling experience with each character. And then when you bring in the fact that, once we get all these patches and whatnot, you could play with every version of the character from each game. So each version of that character is different. Like, Blaze Fielding from Streets of Rage 2 is very different from 1 and 3. So it's almost like you're playing a brand new game 4 times over. Like it's
Blaze the best character. I don't care what nobody says.
Oh, come on, fam.
You
starting.
Blaze is the GOAT. Blaze covers forward and backwards. Like all her moves cover forward and backwards. So it's not one of those things where you ever really caught being jumped from both sides.
Yeah. No, you're right about that.
I will give the guitar though.
That's what I will give her.
Sherry, she go hard.
Sherry goes hard. And the thing I like about her, what I like is the distinction where the smaller characters got a dash. She got a dash. So she can move around and get busy with the double tap forward.
Because when I start with Axel.
Yeah.
I'm mixing it up with Axel. So I got my butt smoked. Shout out to playing by yourself. Playing by yourself is not good for your health, man. So shout out to that, get my butt smoked. And I said, you know what? Let me try an old shorty girl. Man,
what?
I was putting that work in that guitar, cracking the forehead with that guitar.
Little Alicia Keys is busy, yo. She gets in there.
Little Alicia Keys. Shout out to Kyle.
So you've been getting it in, man. So you already beat it. You beat it everything?
I beat it already.
Animal.
Savage, no doubt.
And I wish there was 4-player. Really, this is one I want us all to really play together.
They asked us. They like, yo, we want the Lord's 4-player. I actually tweeted them. I was like, yo, Tamo, this is what the fans want. This if you could patch out. We spoke to them at PAX. And we did talk about the 4-player mode. We like, yo, we need to get this online. Now, the hint, again, I'm not saying this is exclusively definitely going to happen, but we were told at the time that it could happen with next generation consoles.
With next-gen consoles.
We get that patch, 4-player online. It's the perfect beat 'em up.
But there is 4-player local, right?
There's 4-player local, but come on. We got a T-virus out here.
We was in whatchamacallit. But we can do it with the mask on. We was doing that. Check out the video. The video is up. We was doing that up in PAX East, 4-player. Get busy. With Cog in the back with the it was crazy.
Facts.
Y'all thought the game was short?
Sorry to answer that question.
It seems short to me. I beat it almost 3 times already.
You know what it is?
Oh, you're out of control.
I think it's long for a beat 'em up. Like it was 12 stages. The thing is, towards the end, some of the stages are very short. like super short.
Yeah.
Early on, the stages have multiple areas.
Yeah.
And then towards the end, there's like 2 or 3 stages. There's
done.
It's like 4 or 5 screens, and the stage is over.
And then it's over. No
Yeah.
doubt. Super chats real quick. Smitty Smith. He said, I can't even front. Cherry is fire. Addict, you want to get that other one on the Smitty?
Hold up. Let me find the
we got another. Smitty got 2. Yeah, Smitty got a second one.
So we got a $2 super chat from Smitty Smith. I can't even front. Cherry is fire. I assume that's that character off that game. I've not played that you guys are talking about.
Oh Lord.
Got another $2 Smitty, $2 super chat from Smitty Smith. When Cherry jump on your chest, it's over. Okay,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. No doubt. So that's been it, Saul. You was getting that in?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I get my retro on.
You already know. And of course, we have the Incredible Hulk of this, aka the Access Gamer.
Ooh.
The Lord of Combat Sports, King of the Statues, who demands nothing less than that premium experience, and is the leader of the Fraud Alert movement.
Ooh.
Beloved Lord King, how are we doing, sir?
Before we get this started, you know what it is.
You know what it is.
Turn the beat around. Let me see that Hulk now.
Woo!
Yo, that Hulk right there is for the people that don't want to spend that premium dollar, that want to get in and let your bucks count, man. A buck, I think it's $1.65 shipping and handling, all that in there.
Yes, sir.
It's a fantastic little statue to have in your collection. As you can see on the side, I got a bunch of them dudes over there, and I got a ton more inside the other room. So that stuff would definitely get you in. A lot of people wants to know. I get hit in the DMs all the time. I go to sideshow.com. I also go to xm.com. I'm not sponsored by these people, but they definitely put in that work. I'm gonna tell you right now. Once you start, be careful now. Be careful now.
Is in there. He said hashtag stay collected. Victor Alstein, $5 super chat. Rage and Justice is just as good. Wouldn't it be nice to see 3D versions and Guilty Gear like graphics? Agreed. I don't know about Rage and Justice is good, but we ain't gonna go for the GOAT.
It ain't Streets of Rage.
It ain't Streets of Rage, but it's good. Let's relax. I like Tiny Bill.
Streets of Rage is better. I'm gonna be honest. Streets of Rage, when it came out, it kicked Final Fight in the face.
Oh yeah, straight up. That was Sega's answer to them. But continue, Kate.
Okay, so this is what I've been playing.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Shout out to that GamePass. Shout out to Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer. Soon to be Aurelius. He has to be. He has to be Aurelius soon, because when you go and you put a game that has been highly anticipated, a game that pulls at any OG gamer heartstrings, on God and them. When that joint hit Game Pass, if no game hit Game Pass and this game hit Game Pass, this justified any type of purchase that you did for a Sega head.
Facts.
I remember going to get the cartridge. I remember going to I think we all split up that day. We all went purchase. We all looked each other in the eyes and said, "This is where we parked." And we came back later like Voltron.
Yes.
But this was Sega. Sega was on a roll.
Facts.
Like, you gotta understand. This was Sega. This was when an underdog just looked over and just said, "F it, I'm going all in."
Going all in. Yeah.
And this is when the Sonic was hitting. This is when Streets of Rage was. They put an answer to anything Nintendo said, and this was the answer for Final Fight. Was a serious joint, and this for them to knock Final Fight to beat alone.
Hold on, don't rush it coming for you. He said Double Dragon's still the GOAT.
No,
man, throw yourself in the bushes.
I love Double Dragon. Throw him in the bushes.
The little stubby dudes with the big head, man. Get out of here, man. You gotta go. You, my man, gotta go to the bushes. Get out.
Love Double Dragon.
I love Double Dragon. It's a tough one, man. Streets of Rage is, man, that's tough, man.
You are not beating Streets. I don't care who you are. You are not beating Streets of Rage. You could throw your favorite beat 'em up against him, and Streets of Rage is gonna beat him back with a bat. Especially this part 4. This part 4 done gave you every retro feel, every retro sound, every retro look, and then gave you the modern contemporary joint, the cartoon animation.
Yo, it looked like a comic book, my guy. Like, for real.
You see when your man Dylan walk
Dylan, with his hands in the pocket.
Dylan got new stuff now. Dylan would be the headbutt, boy.
The headbutt. No, I don't like the disrespectful Iron Fist looking dudes with the hands in the pocket.
With the hands, that's the Dylan. Yes, with the yellow and the green, they be trying to size you up. Yeah.
Yo, so I was ready over the moon to that. But speaking to over the moon, deliver us the moon.
Oh yeah,
yo, I got to shout out to Gene, man. You on to something, my guy?
Gene, you on to something. Shout out with the great review up on LordsOfGaming.net, and shout out to the car that went by messing me up. But yeah, man, that joint is fire, man. I heard a lot of good things about it. You got down with it?
Yeah, boy, that it's like a good meal. You know, you're gonna take your time with it. You're gonna check everything out, and also it got to the point where I was taking pictures of stuff on the screen because I knew I was going to need that information when crunch time hit.
Right.
And thank God I did, because when crunch time hit, I had to pull up that screen to make sure what levers and stuff I had to push at a certain time. And if you didn't even memorize it in the beginning, boy, make sure you get that screen checked. But also was playing Gato Roboto.
Right.
And Long Dark.
The Long Dark. I remember that.
The Long Dark finally made it out of the preview program.
Right.
And made it into Game Pass, a date and date type of situation.
I remember.
My brother's actually obsessed with that game.
I see him playing. Yeah, I see. Shout out to him. I see him playing on your account. I was like, okay, continue.
Yeah, he'd be playing that game all the time.
Yeah, it's like the survival joint in the wilderness, in the cold. Yeah, it's real. Sinister used to play that hard body.
I'll be walking in there. I'm like, what do you do? And he's like running from a bear.
Yeah. And then like you gotta get the wood and you gotta make your own fire. You gotta keep warm. You gotta fire flow. It's a good concept, man. Shout out to that game.
It's a hell of a survival game, and it puts you in the mindset of being in this frozen land, and it's just such a good game. I just got to give it up to Phil Dominus, Maximus Spencer, soon to be Aurelius. That Game Pass has a level of diversity that is unmatched. All right, and the reason why I say it's unmatched because you can yell out PlayStation Now, which is PlayStation Later, but I haven't jumped into PlayStation Later because it don't make the noise. Is Streets of Rage in there? Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Like, how can you pull up talking about you got a premium service and your service ain't really premium, dude? You ain't got no shrimps on your.
You got a shrimp?
Yeah, you ain't got no shrimps inside your buffet, my man. I'm going to the buffet. They got the shrimps, nigga. I want the pepper shrimp. You know what I'm saying?
Faye, what you say, Faye?
But they're eating hot dogs.
You know, they eating 2-day-old hot dogs with the boiled up hot dog water.
PlayStation Later though, damn.
But because it ain't nothing coming in now. There's nothing coming now. But that's what I've been doing, I can't wait to that 4-player patch hit up so we can do a live session with everybody all in that.
That's the perfect game for the Lords to stream. Like, you have no idea. Let me get. Oh, we got Brap. I miss Brap with the $2 super chat. Salute Lord. Streets of Rage 4. That music. And then Keontae Harris. Oh, new name. $5 super chat. Next gen 2K basketball and Madden will be beautiful. And then Solve, you want to get James 176.
James 176. Hold on one second.
And Stitch. Everybody's going in there.
Hold on, we got Forte. We got.
You got to catch them up.
No, where are we? James 176 with a $5 super chat. Lord Cog, do you and the rest of the Iron Lords have a huge amount of respect to the devs of Streets of Rage 4 after playing and interviewing them at PAX?
Oh, thank you, brother. Much appreciated. That was like the highlight for us. Like, as the OG Sega kids, dream coming true game, man. Salute. Thank you for watching that.
We've been interviewing them for when we first saw the game the year before.
Yeah. From the early.
From the transformation, from the year, it blew us away. We walked away with it, knowing what was coming.
Yeah.
And then they still hit us with a surprise after with the retro stuff.
And they did it. They really did. I want to shout out Cyril Legary and then the director. And then as far as Ben Fiquet, he doesn't get enough credit because he's the actual artist. And to me, that's what makes it shine. It looks it's straight out of a comic book page, man. And shout out to them dudes, man. They really kill it. But that's been it, King, as far as what you've been playing.
Yeah. Listen, I was playing Destiny. I was putting that work in. I finally had to take my my second character out because you cannot finish the Guardian games without taking out all 3 of your characters. They put the grind on your neck, and I had to bend the knee. My knees are on the ground, pause, and I just had to give it up because it's over.
Yeah, get the third character. So we got a couple of chats.
Yeah, we got a few more. Shout out to the Angry Therapist MD, the $5 super chat. Streets of Rage.
Sorry, Okay, you finished the super
yeah,
chat?
I'll finish them. Streets of Rage 4 was a love letter to the OG fans, and I love it, and I could not agree more.
Facts.
Shout out to Gaming Forte with the $2 super chat. Fame plus the Lords on a Sunday. What is better? Nothing, my brother.
Salute.
And we have Stitch 6669 with the $5 super chat. I'm here every week showing support, and today I must say, Cog, no Switch topic. Let's go.
I love when we don't talk about Switch.
Hope everyone is doing good, unlike Sony. Wow. In his bag this week. Shout out to Keontae Harris with the $5 super chat. Never would have played Metro Exodus or Hellblade if it wasn't for Game Pass. Definite game changer. Absolutely.
So that's everybody. We all caught up. So that's been it for the game.
Oh no, but my question was, who's winning that Guardian games right now?
Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
Oh,
not no Warlocks.
All my question is that Dirty Hunter?
Yo, they joined us in the bushes for free.
Oh, so Titans are winning right now?
Dominating. It's not even close. They won every week except the first. It
doesn't make any sense.
And what's funny is Bungie had to come out and say that it wasn't rigged just to show. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad right there.
It's fixed. It's fixed.
Moving along.
Everybody I know has a Warlock. Yeah. It's fixed.
What you said, so?
I hate Destiny, but go Titans.
He's our Smitty Smith. I mean, our Stitch of Destiny. Anyway,
but when I roll with a Titan.
When I come through with a tank.
And of course, we had to give it to himself, the Shinobi LordCognito, spreading that realness in the realm of the Yo, Stinger said, is that Attic? Yes, it's Attic. Spreading that realness in the realm of the IOP. Not telling you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. Yeah, man, you guys said it best. Streets of Rage 4 all day, man. Shout out to my man Portia Power from the Seasoned Gaming Network. That has been my co-op buddy. We've been rocking. We did the Femme Fatale one day. He was Blaze. I was Cherry. You know what I'm saying? Then the other day I got unlocked Adam, so I was getting the old school Adam on. He took it to the old school Axe, so he was getting busy. So he's messing around with the co-op, specifically online. No shout out to the PC version, the PC GamePass version of Streets of Rage. Fam, I cannot launch this game. It's a known issue. Apparently, it'll show you that it's about to load, and then nothing will happen. So no shout out, no shout out to them right now.
There's no issues with PC gaming though.
Yeah.
But I got to play it fine.
Yeah, but here's
there's issues.
Issues. Yeah, you know what?
There's a lot of people that's having the same issue. Yeah, but just take yourself over the console.
No, I did. I got myself right on that Xbox One X. What's up?
Because the first time I tried to load it up, it did give me an issue, but it wasn't the game itself. When I checked, because the hard drive that I had it on wasn't appearing. The entire hard drive. Once I restarted the computer. Hard drive came back and the game was fine.
Restarted the computer, everything. See, all my other games launch. I got Gears Tactics on there on the Game Pass, no problem. But Streets of Rage, what it does, it'll give you the splash screen that it's going to load. You'll see the loading, but then nothing happens and it just disappears. So no for them.
You gotta get that super chat.
Oh man, let me get
restored. We got.
Yeah, I'll get restored Hades. And then,
we got Smitty too.
We got Smitty above that. My bad. Oh, my Warlock's gotta step it up. Hashtag it's fixed. You want to get the next two, so?
Shout out to Restored Hades with the $5 super chat. Streets of Rage 4 is amazing and it feels so retro. I just wanted to ask the panel, does playing Streets of Rage get you excited for Battletoads? Actually, yes,
it does.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Battletoads, the original, was not a great game per se. It didn't feel
it was hot trash.
Yeah, it was trash. It was difficult
hard
trash
for no reason. Yeah.
What I know, King played it at E3, and what they've done, the key component to any beat 'em up is the feel. Yes. You have to. It's got to feel good. Like when you punch somebody, you got to feel it. From what I get, that's what they're doing with the new Battletoads. Like if you look at like Castle Crashers and stuff like that, like all of those games were sort of the build up to what we see in Streets of Rage 4 and what we're hopefully going to be seeing in Battletoads. So if you're a beat 'em up fan, like these games coming forward, like they really kind of up the ante in terms of
Battletoads is a real life cartoon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, man. You want to get the next ones, bro?
Shout out to Z Black Rider with the $5 super chat. Damn, I want to oil Addict's beard.
Right. You want to oil this beard?
Oh, come on. That's not suitable for work. Continue.
Okay, we got a few more. Shout out to Smitty Smith with the $5 super chat. So the PC version of Streets of Rage 4 is like Mark Cerny not showing games.
Send me your ears.
This morning. Who else we got?
Shout out to Brap with the $5 super chat. COG Streets of Rage 4 launches on my PC.
Oh,
Time to upgrade the PC. And
here we go. No, brother.
That's a you problem.
What's funny is I can almost guarantee you that Cognito's PC is way better than yours.
No. Actually, no, Brap. I got to give it to Brap. Brap joint is crazy.
I know Brap's PC.
Yeah, Brap joint is crazy. But I had 3 people who test the same issue. Shout out to Sinister. Shout out to a bunch of people. If you look on their Discord and their forum,
it's a problem.
It's a known issue. So I don't know. Maybe the Steam guys, you guys are fine, but I wasn't paying for that because Game Pass.
Well, there for a while.
For PC.
There for a while, the when Mutant Zero went into Game Pass, it wouldn't load. It wouldn't launch on PC on the Game Pass version either. Like there's issues with that Game Pass. That's why it's in a beta, and it's like they gotta fix that.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to me knowing that these things is going on. Not saying them.
Hey man, did y'all get that? Y'all get that physical joint?
I'm waiting on mine from Limited Run. I'm waiting
on mine too. Yes, sir. I had to,
bro. I had to.
You know what Phil told me?
Cartridge?
You know what Phil told me?
What Phil told me?
Save your money. Do something else. I gave you that. I'm not buying that meal twice, baby. Not for me. Yeah, I should say that to Sony when you got a double dip. Save your money.
Good.
We got another super chat from El Emenopio with the $5 super chat. PS Plus got to bend the knee to not having Streets of Rage 4 instead of giving us Farming Simulator.
You don't like grapes?
He
Make
said
those
that
grapes.
Ship in October. Oh no, we got to go.
They said it's gonna be. They're gonna a few months from now, so we're not gonna get it for a little while.
Well, that's when it's gonna come inside PlayStation Now. 4 months from now, so you gonna get it when it's shipped.
Am I the only one that saw the PlayStation Now games? It was like, oh, those are good games. Like it felt like because I don't mind those. I don't mind those type of games that they put on. So, like, I guess I didn't care. But I was like, yo, PlayStation killing these games again, just like they usually always do. And then I go on Twitter. I'm like, oh, everyone else doesn't think so. Gotcha.
You mean the PS Plus stuff, the Farming Simulator and all that? Yeah. I mean, that's fine. You know what it was? That a lot of people, remember the Xboxes came out first, and people were ripping them because they seemed like they were not great games. And then so, remember, there was the rumor that PS Plus this month was like Dying Light and something else. I forgot.
It was,
and it was not that.
No doubt, man. Yeah, no, I feel you, man. So pretty much that's been there. And obviously Gears Tactics, I was saying, I was messing around with that. Really enjoying that. Production values off the chain. Like, I really enjoy the whole when you kill someone, you get to go again. It's a very difficult game because it's hordes of them, but it's very deep with the skill trees and everything. Yo, I
gotta bend the knee and play it.
They might be on to something, yo. I'm really feeling it, man. I gotta say.
Where's the energy for everybody that didn't want that game? Like, I don't hear nobody now running their stupid mouths. Remember when Gears Tactics? I don't like that Gears Tactics. What is Microsoft doing? They're going to destroy the franchise.
You gotta do that for
it's so good. It's so good, D, that like I want them to buy splash damage. Like that. Because, I always joke around, they need to get splash damage because splash damage makes the type of games I like. But it's so good that I'm like, they really need to buy splash damage.
But isn't that a knee-jerk reaction that we have to anytime a studio does something good? This is how you know you're beaten to submission. Anytime a studio does something good for Microsoft or from Microsoft that is not a part of Microsoft, we want them to instantly hire them because we feel that they need these level of games to have this high medical score because it's there's FOMO. Yeah. You're really looking over at Sony. We got to tip the hat to them. We definitely got to tip the hat because when they come to those AAA bangers, we understand that they definitely putting that there. And we already know anytime Nintendo brings out any type of game, like anything, really, what they touching is gold.
It's
so we want that.
That Switch going in.
Oh God, here it is. I knew I shouldn't have did it.
You set it up perfectly, brother. You set it up perfect. Real quick, Brat with the $5 super chat. COG. I downloaded it from Game Pass. Love Addict's Beard. Big shout out to Fame. Great to see you. Would the Lords be interested in a Double Dragon remake? Yeah, we'll take Double Dragon. Yes, we'll definitely take it. We just saying what it is as far as the
because Double Dragon Neon was not the move.
Hot garbage.
It was garbage.
No,
garbage. That was not it, man. So that's all pretty much I got, man. We've been rocking that, and of course we're doing a little trials on Stadia and all that good. Shout out to Forte, shout out to Screaming on them and all that. Smitty Smith, we got to keep it moving, but we're gonna get you in. They beefing. You want to get it at it?
Got a $10 super chat from Smitty Smith. Chris Hart, let me get this straight. Saving money is a bad thing. Game Pass is fantastic, man. You better save money for that overheating SSD, the Book X.
They messy. No, Smith and Christopher Hart starting their beef early. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got, man. We got a lot of shows, so we gonna get into it. But now that we got into what the Lords have been playing, I want to start with Lord Fame. His video game system history, his journey as a writer and content creator, and what led him to leveling up, creating the 2XP podcast. So, Lord Fame, I heard that Genesis, I heard other things, but let's start from the beginning. What were some of the first video game systems you had, and what got you into gaming?
Yo, like for me, you know, I was back up with the NES and Super NES, but I had two older sisters who liked the game as well at that time. So I was a little brother getting punked out the system, wanting to play NBA Jam and all that stuff. Now we good. I'm trying to play Duck Hunt. Now you good. You can watch us play.
You can watch us. Damn.
Now you good.
I was getting you get bullied by my sisters, bro. Like especially my older sister, bro. She was like, nah, this is me. So I was like, all right. So I eventually get in. My mom was like, I remember we had this little duplex back in the day. My mom came home with that Sega Genesis. She was like, they got that, and it's yours. I say, this mine. She say, this yours.
Oh, that's dope.
Man, I wish my sisters would have breathed on that Genesis. They would have called a fade. I was like,
that's what's up, bro. So, yo, mom blessed you with the Genesis.
Mom blessed me. Wow. But this what happened a few years later though. When the PS1 came out, she bought a smart for my sister.
Wow. She tried to keep it fair.
She said, "You get an Xbox."
I stole that joint from her. And I stole it. I took it out of her room and I put it in my room. Like, this is mine now because you ain't even playing this.
No doubt. So you had that joint. So you got it.
We used to get that, man, and then the N64, and I had that joint. Yo, I don't know if y'all remember a game called Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That was my joint, bro. You couldn't tell me nothing about Diddy Kong Racing.
And they haven't made one since.
Nope.
I wouldn't mind it.
Break it down real quick, Faye. Like, what was the difference? Educate me on the Diddy Kong joint. I always missed out on that one.
It was amazing. It's the best kart racer that ever was there.
It had a good car. It had a decent little story. The characters were different, and it was just fun to play, man. It's really hard to describe, but it wasn't like other races at the time.
You had boss races.
Yeah, the boss races was dope. It was super hard and frustrating as a kid trying to play that game. So Diddy Kong Racing was it for me, man. On the 64, you couldn't tell me nothing. I even had. My box of it, my 64 came in the big Diddy Kong on the front.
Oh, you had to Diddy like they had like a console. Wow. Oh wow! Oh, shout out to real quick, J-Dub. We got shout out J-Dub $2 super chat with the eyeballs. Shout out to Fame 2K and all my ILP brothers. You already know Texas in the house. What's going on?
I love the fact that you here, J-Dub, because you about to get this work.
Oh, behave. This is Fame segment.
You know what my honest opinion is on that whole Diddy Kong Racing thing is, Fame? I think that Nintendo sacrifice that so Mario Kart could flourish.
Man, that's a good point because Diddy Kong
they never did it again.
Nope. Wow. And it was a legit.
Really good.
It was legit. You had different characters who their turning was different, the speed was different. Like every character Diddy Kong Racing played different. And I didn't really get that from Mario Kart back in the day. Everybody kind of felt the same to me. Who got the power ups and how you used it, but with Diddy Kong, the racers raced differently. Like a lot depends on your style of racing.
Yes.
And that's what I really liked about it. And Mario Kart didn't do that. But I only played that much now, but back in the day, that's what made it different to Mario Kart because they played different.
That's what's up. I didn't know that. That's what's up. So then you went from like I said, Genesis, then you had that joint. Then what did you transition to from then?
Man, then I was straight hood clicking. I was a straight pony, man. The PS1.
PS1 was that fire. That's straight with buck.
That's like the PS1 wasn't mine. I took it from my sister.
That's when he got older. He could bully them.
Yeah, I got bigger than her. So I was like, yo, you ain't even playing this joint. This mine, yo.
Let's talk about that PS1, fam. Let's talk about it.
Man, that thing. My favorite game was Resident Evil 3. Was it Nemesis?
Wow. Yeah,
that was my joint. I played that game non-stop on the PS1. Man, you couldn't tell me nothing about that game.
Classic.
And then and I'm going to the PS2.
Okay.
And then the Xbox was out. It came out, and I was like, "No, fam, I'm all the way good on that. That's ugly. It's big. I was straight hook, like that big old controller.
That controller was a weapon.
G.
Yeah.
Like, who play games like this, G? You can't play no games like this.
You ain't lying. You
need a third hand to touch the white and black buttons at the top.
Remember they had the white and the black camera buttons and the
bro, you need a whole other hand to play that controller, bro.
But Fame, at the end of the day, was it better than the N64 controller?
I don't know about all that.
I gotta say the N64 controller was type the GOAT though, because it started off too many things. Like, if that rumble in the controller, the first to do rumble.
Wait, it was the OG Xbox.
The first to do analog
over the N64.
You guys have lost your mind.
Nah, we have not lost. You know what it is?
That N64 controller was horrible.
It was perfect for their games. It was perfect for.
And to be honest with you, I didn't like the original Xbox controller either. I didn't.
Right, the S controller was the better one.
Attic is coming from being is GameCube. That's when you started, right?
You're gonna make this about my age.
It has to be. I have to make it about your age because you got to remember we was playing with these little controllers, with these little NES controllers that felt and looked like
that. Facts.
Right. So when we got an analog stick, remember Sega tried that analog joint. Well, it was a digital with a little stick inside, and it always broke off.
Yeah.
So you had it for like a couple of days with the Master System, and then it broke off, and everybody had that little thing that was cutting your finger in the Master System, and you had to file it down so your fingers don't get messed up. So when they came out with their analog, and it was durable, it stood up, and you can creep with Mario.
You do a little creep.
Like,
you can do a little,
it
changed the game, bro.
It changed it. It's like they brought something completely different. Then when you put the rumble pack in, and that's the first time we felt rumble.
I'm not referring to the N64 controller bad as in back then, because that's all we knew.
Right.
I'm referring to it as now as a controller.
Oh, nothing compares to stuff that we got now.
Yeah. But you know what was super dope? I think black people was underrated because I had a Game Boy Color too, and I was big on Pokemon Yellow, Red. It was joint, but they got the joint you could put in the back of the 64 controller and put those Game Boy
on Pokemon Stage. You could play those
games
on Pokemon Stage.
That was heat.
See, I just had to point out we have two guests I can relate from back to back.
He don't like that OG talk. He like this talk. That's what he like. Continue, fam.
But yeah, man, I thought that was super underrated. Man, I ended up getting a Genesis, not a Genesis, a Dreamcast.
Okay.
And that was my joint too. And my first thing about that, of course, was that memory card. That was, having a little gigabit type thing going on.
Yes.
That was super dope, man. I didn't get a OG Xbox until right before the PS3 dropped because I just really wasn't. I played it a lot because my cousins come over, I go over there, so I played all the games. I didn't miss out no games. I just didn't own one.
You just own one.
I just didn't own one. I didn't own one until right before the PS3.
I think the very first console I actually owned, was the N64.
That's what's up.
So what made you go buy it? Because
that's what I want to know. Because you really
hit you with the $600. You was like, I will be buying an Xbox.
No, Hockey. What made me go get it was I thought it was super dope. I really got into music, and I love being able to put my CD in and listen to music no matter what I was playing. I thought that was super dope.
Oh, yes, the music. Yo, Fabe, I gotta stop you because you just dropped the bomb right now. You on to something right now. Let me tell you, that joint is so underrated. When they will let you burn your CD tracks into it and use it as a soundtrack for your game.
Yes, sir.
Like, people don't understand the hard drive in the Xbox One changed the game. You couldn't do that prior. Continue. That was my joint.
And because that was so well received, they ended up doing the that in the 360 where you could download and play it over everything.
Yo, I gotta read this Smitty Smith. Smitty Smith. What is that? A $2 super chat? No, that's a $5 super chat. My bad. $5 super chat. I'm Ghostface and Raekwon. Stop by
Yo, he said they bid off for Nas. The Book of They bid off for Nas. They bid off for you, Smitty Smith. Damn. Continue. That man dropping Raekwon and Ghostface quotes up here. That's going at him hard. He going at him hard. He crazy. But so talk to me about that Xbox, Jay. So what made you do it? And then obviously you said the soundtrack was one of the
the music, and then I just got really into some of the games that was there from the Jade Empires to Fusion Frenzy. Like I really got into. I was like, yo, okay, I played a lot of my cousins. I was like, I need to get one of these joints, right? So I got that, and that started my transition a little bit. You know, then the PS3 came out, and I didn't drop no 600 for it because I wasn't no fool. I wasn't no fool. I kind of had somebody who did some things.
Yeah,
we
had people that did things too.
Yeah.
That wasn't no fool. $600. Come on, I would pay $600 right now for those.
You about to pull up.
I was like, yo, like this. You know, Xbox is dope. Let me see about this 360. This 360 looking hot.
Okay.
So I got that joint, and then it was like, yo, I'd already experienced, greatness from Halo from the OG Xbox. And then when Gears came out, I was like, this is gaming right here. Like that was to me, that was a pillar into all right, we in the next gen of gaming now. And that's how big Gears was.
Absolutely.
It's nice that you bring that up, Fame, because like I hear a lot of people, always talk about certain things when it comes to consistency and track record, and I'm like, we literally went from the 360 that spawned Gears, that spawned like Halo at its height.
Yes,
there was no more consistency than that to the Xbox.
They was in their bag. They shout out to Peter Moore and them dudes, man. Salute.
Yep.
Yeah, continue, Fame.
Definitely. And so from that point, man, I had the PS3, I had the 360, and that PS3 was kind of just sat there. Like I didn't really play it as much because they already had me. I was on Xbox Live. I was, and then around that time, a lot of people noticed I used to do competitive Madden. And so I used to be all over the place, all different city states playing Madden. And I was what you consider a casual gamer for about 3-4 years. All I did was play Madden. If you can go to my profile and look. Back on 360, you would see all the Maddens, and you would see just hours and hours of nothing but Madden.
Bro, I'm with you. I come from that. Like, I mean, obviously, you took it to the next level, doing really competitive and traveling, and really being out there. But we came for that. I mean, shout out to King and Saul being mad at me, but it was me. You know what I'm saying? It's not, we had a whole crew that would come over, and we would do tournaments, and like that was the thing, man. The franchise modes and all that.
Back in the day, when Madden used to have a line outside, there used to be a line outside the store for Madden. Now, ain't nobody trying to get it.
I was upset that they took out Baby Paul.
Your cheese money playing in the tight end.
Yes.
Cheese. Hate that.
Baby, I don't care what you were doing. I find the cheese play, and I'm going to keep running it down your throat. Pause. And I don't care. We're going to be tied up. I'm going to make sure in the fourth quarter, we are tied up. And when I'm going to get the ball at the end. And it's over, and I put the controller down and I yell out, "Baby!"
Yeah, he was so cheesy. He would do the play to win the game, and then put the controller down, and you be tight, son, because you can't stop it. You move your defender.
It was like remember what was it? Sports Talk? Football. The halfback pass.
The halfback pass. Yo, I was so happy the year when they came out. Remember, I could talk some Madden with my man Faith.
Man, we talk Madden all day.
They finally came out with defensive assignments, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put my man, my best corner, Charles Woodson. He gonna be on your man, and you ain't gonna." You ain't gonna
have Keyshawn Johnson.
You know what's funny? The only real experience I have with those, it was on the Saga.
Which one?
The only real experience. Which one was the one that had the screen on the controller?
Oh, was it the Dreamcast?
Oh, that was
the Dreamcast.
Yeah, the Dreamcast. I remember my cousin Marty, when I was playing with him, because he'd always talk so much smack. I beat you at Madden. I ain't never played this game. I don't even really know what football is. So I started. He's like, but I'm only gonna play if you beat the AI one time. But they were beating me, man. They were making me hate life. So I was like, you know what? I literally started. You know how like you could switch back and forth between teams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would literally switch to the other team, make them like go make them stumble or do something, and then go back.
Switch back. You out here manipulating the system. You gotta go. I gotta get
this. I was like, I'm about to beat this dude when I finally play him, man. He smoked me, man. Like, I set myself up to fail, man. I'm cheating and I expect that.
Cheating is still not getting it done.
Yo, he thought he would be able to do that.
Yo, I gotta get these super chats real quick. I think we got Smitty Smith. Oh man, he's still beefing Christopher Hart. Chris Hart, you can't upgrade me, brother. I'm from the House of Osiris and the Korah, the Book of X. Then we got Texas in the building. Fastback OG NLG podcast. Good to see my PAX South friend at the round table. So he salute to see. You know, we got the legend. Is that BG? Is that
Broken We got an $8 super chat from BG. The first 4 months, gaming months of 2020 has been people can sit there and say what they want. You know, I get it. You know, I like doing the attic world, and this year attic world's nice. I'm the mayor of it, and I love it.
Yeah, you getting all your games. You good?
This is the best send off, I think.
Yeah,
to a next generation.
Yeah, I agree. We
ain't even done yet.
Yeah, in fact, we still got
nowhere close to being done. That's the funny part.
Yep. Deontay Harris, $2 super chat. Madden almost unplayable now. Yeah, I got it.
Factual.
Yeah, that's factual. Who want to get? Oh, Senjutsu. That's our brother.
Shade. Shout out to Shay. Senjutsu Shade, the $18 super chat. A little late to the party, but gotta show some love. Mark this down. I think we have some breaking news. 1:49 p.m. May 3rd, 2020. Microsoft has acquired 2 major devs that will have all jaws on the floor. No hypotheticals.
Done deals? Is that an exclusive? Is that an exclusive? Okay. All right.
You come in. It's Sosei Sensu Sage. The Book of X.
Devs are like development, like.
Yeah, you got to expound on that, brother.
Now, what we did was we purchased the dude that leaked The Last of Us 2. Good job. Good job.
Sage with the exclusive. All right, what's going on? Yo, shout out to Slow Mo being petty. Man, it's trash. It's trash now, but back in the day, it was that wave. Continue, Faye, as you were saying. You were saying competitive.
Really quick on Madden. So even today, I don't really play Madden like that, but I'm a savage. Anybody that say they want to play me. Woo! But long story short, like my wife's little brother, he probably 10. You know, he's just running his mouth. Oh, I can beat you in Madden. I got Madden at home. First half, I had Buddy like 45-3. I gave him 3. He gonna put the controller down. Now pick that up, Buddy. You shouldn't have been running.
You should have been talking. Exactly. Put it back up. Exactly. Don't quit now.
The competitive enemy ain't gonna let you run. I don't care if you're 10. Yes. I don't care that you a child. I'm taking your soul today because you shouldn't have said nothing.
Why you not taking soul?
You shouldn't have said nothing.
Shout out to
Fame.
Shout out to Fame being sing songs.
He said, "No, I don't care if you 10. You was talking like you was 25."
Pick them sticks up. Pick them up and play.
Fame over here like 10-year-olds get it too.
I feel that.
Babies.
I had to teach them a lesson. It was a life lesson. Watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth. Facts, man.
Something gonna happen to you. I didn't beat them like 70 something to 3. I didn't let him score again. No more points. But you shouldn't have said that.
Madden be effective friendships, man. Elemental PO, shout out to us chat. Remember when Madden ran at 60 frames per second only on 360? Wow, I do.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to
PlayStation was at 30. Yeah, we're gonna have that this generation.
Oh my God, behave. G Mark Lewis, get out of super chat. Flute Man leaked The Last of Us 2. They ain't paying him. Yo, they savage. Cyrus, yo, $2 super chat. People say one of those 2 studios are Techland. Okay, and last Lord Jameson.
Dying Light?
Yeah, that'd be serious. Lord Jameson followers who just jumped in. Did I miss any new Jerome details? We ain't get to the Halo talk yet. We ain't get to Jerome, the Spartan, the Halo Spartan. We ain't get to it. But so boom. So that was the transition. You got the joint over there, and you was rocking with the 360 in his
360 hard, and man, and by the time the gen ended, you might as well put my robot chip in because I was straight bot going to Xbox One. I was look. I didn't even care about no PS4 at the time, man. I could care less, man. I was rocking the Xbox One, even though because starting the gen, a lot of people don't give Xbox One credit. Starting the gen was kind of hype, bro. Like,
thank you. Me and Attic was talking about this. Yeah,
it was hype. They had the games on the gen, and then things I think they kind of relied on too much of the formula from the 360. Because toward the end of the 360, they didn't really rely on exclusives too much because they had third-party deals and they had the monster, even though PlayStation is a worldwide.
Right.
Xbox, just in the United States alone, was keeping up with the sales of the PS4. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I think they relied too much on the 360 to start the Xbox One. Yeah, we got third parties, we got this, we got that, but the games they had, Rise was super underrated. They just had some super dope games, and I was like, yo, this is the console I'm rocking with. I didn't get the PS4 to maybe a year or two into the gen.
Right.
Yeah.
What was the game that made you say, you know what, I got to get this PS4 though?
Oh man, I really want to dig into finish the Uncharted series. Like I did play it on the PS2, and I want to finish the series. Like, yo, I gotta grab this joint. People can tell me, man, go get Warframe. Warframe is unbeatable. It's a free to play, and Warframe is trash. Stupid ass game. And one of the first things I fired up and uninstalled them shit. Stupid ass game.
I feel you, brother. But it was Uncharted. It was definitely Uncharted.
I definitely want to finish up Uncharted, man. I had to get that UC4, man. And from there, I say the whole bot thing. That's all joking around, man. At the end of the day, you know, it's all gaming. So my PS4 library about as big as my Xbox library now. Man. I got Switch, you know, my gaming laptop, man. I'm all over the place, man. I put on a persona sometimes to have fun with you guys, man. But
of course, you're a gamer, brother. You're a gamer.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But definitely, man, if you put a gun in my head and tell me, all right, little Negro, you get to keep one platform, I'm taking my Xbox with me. I'm good, baby. I'm in the ecosystem. I'm good. I got GamePass. I'm good. You can take all the pictures. I mean, for everything.
He threw it up.
I'm about to die. Hey, bro. Leave that Xbox.
I feel that, man. One last super chat and we can continue on with Faye's history. Shout out to Gamer by Choice, $2 super chat. Remember the Madden that let you create the plays. Yes, I do remember that.
Man.
Yeah, we got two more. We got two more. We got shout out to Kids Move with the $2 super chat. Facts, dudes on Facebook hyping Warframe. And then a shout out to Squirrely Dan with the $5 super chat. Yo, just installed and uninstalled Warframe on the PS4 last week.
Disrespected Warframe, man.
Somebody told me that it was just like Destiny. And he was playing it hardcore. So I'm like, oh, okay. Let me try. Shout out to Hannibal for bamboozling me. That as soon as you put that game in, you literally run around one time. You're like, nah, I'm good with this.
Garbo.
Yeah, I tried to give it a shot. It's just not for me, man. So tremendous game history from Fame out here killing it. You already know. Well, of course, you already know. But let's get into your journey as a content creator, man. Because obviously, we were all together at one point under 10. You know what I'm saying? And then before that, you even had history. Like I said, Double XP podcast, Writer's Block with Kiss Move is in the building.
Man, them was good days, man. Around the time I got the Xbox One, I really got into the social. I wasn't really on social media, so I got into social media. And I met up with Anchorman V. Of course. And he was my first introduction into YouTube and being on this side. I was like, this is super dope. And I looked up with the guys from We Game Here.
Salute.
And I was rocking with them for a while. And then me and Dre from We Game Here started up Hard Knock Gamers.
Yes.
And that was hardknockgamers.com. Got that up and going.
Yes.
And I was doing the YouTube thing. I was pretty much having fun. I was come on hooping and howling and ranting and everything. I just want to have a good time. And I wasn't worried about sub count, monetization. I was want to have fun, Wasn't worried about that. I want to who can I piss off today? so from there.
And what's funny, Fave, is back then it wasn't hard.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't going to. I like Xbox. Here they come. You know, here they come. You know?
Word.
They be tagging each other on Twitter. This man says he likes Xbox.
No, man. Damn. Wait, hold on 1 second. Face 23BK $5 super chat. Breaking news. Jason Schreider just posted to Twitter. Hackers got a hold of an early build of the game and the story. Is that the Last of Us 2 thing? We'll get to it when we get to it, but we'll see. I'll check that out. I'll verify that.
That's what it is.
Is that confirmed, Saul?
Yeah, that's what it is. I was reading it earlier that he got like more concrete evidence about what actually happened.
Oh, okay. We'll get to it. We'll talk about it all the time. But continue, man. Good old days talk. Weekends here. We got the what you call it, the Writer's Block, multiverse. Let's get into the whole history. Let's go.
So by the time we go from Hard Knock, we met up with Cal from Tick Games Network, and he was like, "Yo, like I like what you're doing over there." Anchor kind of broke the deal.
Yeah, Anchor always breaking deals. He broke everybody deals.
He do. Anchor a hell of a middleman.
Yes. Salute the Anchor, man.
Yeah, middleman. So Hard Knock, it was me, Kid Smooth, and a couple other guys. And then me and Kid and Demigod, we all went over and got over the tick. And that's by the time we started the writer's block. It was me, Undead, Kid Smooth,
let's go.
And then a guy a lot of people might not remember, Nicodemus,
of
who
course.
now
Yes,
he
of
does
course.
What You Gotta Say. He has a big YouTube following for BTS now, right?
He blew.
So that was the writer's block, and we had like math. I think Kid Smooth posted a video we did.
I saw it. It was classic.
Them dancing. It was bro, we had so much fun, bro.
Salute.
Like we had math, and of course things happen. Kind of had a fallout with the guys from We Game here, Hard Knock, and I was just doing my thing, over at Tick. And shout out to Cal over there, man, because I really got my first experience. I had been writing before. I got my first experience really going to conventions, meeting up with developers and doing interviews like that. So even though I'm not with Tick anymore,
right?
Just recently I left due to some things that I got cooking. I got whipping in the background.
We gonna talk about we gonna talk about you whipping.
I got whipping in the background. I did this league recently, but I nothing but love over there, man. Like I said, I was able to get into a lot of places I never done before, and experience I never really had before. So and so over the years, I've done my best to craft, my writing skills, my interviewing skills. Really not being afraid to go up and approach. I've met, like the CEO from different companies. I was at a party, a Twitch party. They invited us over. Walked in. I'm sitting on these big Twitch streamers. I see the CEO from Stadia. Just walk over there and start talking. A few years ago, I wouldn't have done that. I'd been like, yo, in the background, sipping my drink. Now I'd be like, oh, you the CEO of what's name? My name is Soon. Here's business cards, talking. I did an interview with him. I got to put up soon. Like a lot of different stuff, man. I kind of been put on, man. So my journey has gone from somebody who did nothing but play Madden to somebody who's sitting here sipping, cocktails with CEOs and millions Twitch stream and stuff like that, man. So I've come a super long way, man.
You have, because I want to salute you, man, because again, I remember when we were over there, and again, shout out to Cal for giving people an opportunity. We always got to respect that. And at the end of the day, it's like, I remember I was like, Fame writes too. Like, I didn't even know. I'm learning stuff. I'm like, did I see y'all out there? And I know Dizzy in the building, so I got to shout out the Texas gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see you out there interviewing you in Dallas, man. Little double XP logo come. I was like, I was like, we got to step our game up. I was looking at I was like, they out here, man. And it was just so cool to see it. Just you guys with the developers and talking, and that's what we kind of aspired to do as well. So salute to you guys. The question I had to ask for you though, so since we keeping it straight Texas, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to ask you, like, how's the culture, the scene down like a Pac South and all that? How is it? Because I know we like the Lords of the North. Yes, we go to E3, we do all our New York, our Boston, all that. Like, how's the Texas gaming scene when you go to those conventions and all that?
Yo, honestly, like when you go like QuakeCon is here in Dallas. Man, once you walk up, you hear your name. Oh, what up, fame? And then somebody come give you a big old hug. Oh, yo, what up though? It's mad. The Texas scene is mad love. It's the first time I was at Quake and I met up with Dreamcast guy. He's from out here too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Saw him, linked him. Hey, Ray, where you? I'm over here with such and such. We linked up. We're sitting talking. We drinking. We head to the after party. The after party. We still sitting there eating, drinking it. Everybody down here, man, in Texas, it's just mad cool from QuakeCon to PAX. It's like the same people go to these conventions, so everybody know each other. So it's like super dope. It's like all love down here.
Hold on, Dizzy talking too strong. That's the gaming mecca. The G said it's PAX East with cowboy hats and boots. Y'all gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? They out of here being messy, man. Yo, salute, bro.
Yeah, man, we all roll up. We kind of
y'all playing the Yellow Beezy? Y'all be
that's my guy.
I pull my horse over, pull out.
Yo, you stupid. That's on me, baby.
See how many shots I got in there? 2 shots. I put it in there. Where the game's at? That's how we do it.
Oh my God. That's how we do it. That's on me, baby. Shout out to Texas in the building. Oh, I missed Stitch. Okay, Soft, you want to get those joints we missed real quick?
Shout out to Stitch for the $2 super chat. Remember when Madden used to be a game in the bushes?
We got Cat Daddy.
And then we had Cat Daddy with the $2 super chat. xCloud is the only reason I touched this year's Madden.
No doubt. Shout out to QW, Vampire, Austin, the fastest growing city. Old Town Road. It's Texas love in here, man. Salute, man. Yo, so like I said, man, tremendous history, tremendous game, and seeing your growth. You know what I'm saying? And I recently, just got to switch gears for a second, man. Obviously, recently you've gone through a lot, brother. You know what I'm saying? And I want to shout you out because you put something out there on YouTube that really touched my heart. You made me tear up. And you know, at the end of the day, why are we clapping for the tariffs? Okay, but anyway,
no.
but okay, but no. At the end of the day, like, you know, we know there's a pandemic going on, and I really wanted to salute you for being personal, being honest, and also just give you your rose while you could smell them, man. Because, you know, things were very serious for you. So you have a video up there. It's, you know, Gamers MAA. We ain't gonna say the name because you're not a YouTube dude, but whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, could you talk about that experience, how it changed you? You know what I'm saying? With everything, and then like just, you know, surviving and all that kind of stuff, man. Because you went through it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, it changed me a lot. I like to call it Big Rona.
Yes, that's a good one.
Big
Like
Rona.
that. Big Rona.
For the most part, man, like before I was actually admitted to the hospital, and I talked to my wife about this. I was laying in our house, our designated isolation room, because we talked about, hey, if one of us get it, this isolation room, we're gonna try not to go to the hospital, because we all know the hospitals are packed, and it got to be dire for you to go there, man. And the day before. Actually, the morning of, before I was admitted to the hospital, I laid there, man. My heart rate was like 115. I wasn't moving, and it felt like I was running wind sprints. And I'm sitting, I couldn't breathe. Everything. My temp was like 102, 103. And I told myself, like, I'm this is the day I die. Like, this is it, you know. I called my wife in, and I'm giving her all the passwords to emails, how to pay the mortgage. I'm doing all of that stuff just to make sure, you know,
real man stuff.
When I go. They taken care of, you know. I got a really decent, good life insurance policy. I want to make my family as good. That's my big. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely dying today, man. Went to the hospital, and it was just a surreal feeling, because once you get to the door, your my wife, she couldn't go past it. Like, that was it. It was like it wasn't no kiss goodbye. It wasn't no hug goodbye. It was just like it's just you in the wheelchair getting pushed in the hospital. The bottom floor is just empty. All you see is nurses. And my temp hit like 104, almost 105. I'm burning up inside, you know. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be it. I'm 32. I lived a decently good life, but this is a wrap. I went through blessings of God, man, and my body decided it wasn't my day. I was able to fight through and get through it, man. I'm saying right now, when people say ain't no cure for this, like, now they gave me what they called a pill cocktail. They were just throwing pills at me, and I was like, whatever, just popping them, saying I ain't know no better, man. And then my wife, she was clutch, man. She bagged all my stuff up for me, man. I had my Switch, I had the Xbox. She hooked it up, man. She definitely took care of me, man. And the day I was able to leave and go home, man, it was unbelievable. I looked at my wife and I was like, is this real? Like, did I die? Like, because sometimes I have a perspective, like, when you die, like you go to your heaven.
Yeah, like out of body experience.
Yeah. So to my heaven was to get back to my family, you know. So I was able to get back to them, and I'm not gonna lie, I still have moments where it's almost like I got PTSD, and I think about myself laying down on that floor, and I can't breathe. I won't even go into that room. We labeled it the quarantine room, just because
the quarantine room.
Too many bad memories, and wow. But yeah, man, like I said, I ended up being positive for COVID, man, and my lungs were shot. They were small. It was like a kid's lung. That was all small, and it definitely sucked. But the thing about it is, when I recovered, I had a new aspect on everything. It's one of the reasons behind me leaving Tick is because I had some ideas in mind, and I was comfortable at Tick. I was kind of just sitting back, and I was like, all right, this is all right. That's going. All right, cool, whatever. I got comfortable. I got really comfortable. And me pretty much getting a second chance on life, I was like, I gotta make the moves that's in my head to make. I gotta do these different things. That's when I hit up Kyle. I was like, hey, man, I can't rely on the status quo right now. I got a second chance on life. I can't go back to just kind of laying back and seeing how things go. And that's prompted me wanting to do the things I'm doing, working on now, was because I got a second chance of life that a lot of people didn't get.
Absolutely, brother.
The guy in the room next to me, who passed away.
Broke me. That's the story, bro. When you told that story of you being in that room, and when you first came in, how you looked at his condition and you felt he was close. And then to your journey, and you said some powerful things, brother. Like you know how the virus basically wants you to die. And
it does.
How you forced yourself. No, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I mean, even if you said a classic line. Anything that makes you uncomfortable, do it.
You got to do it.
Because that was part of the fight. And to hear you do that and then to go through it, then you come through it. But on your way out, you noticed that same person was gone.
He was an older gentleman, and you could hear him one of the nights. Even my nerves bolted out of the room, and they left my door cracked open. You can just hear what's going on. But I was like, this man gonna lose his life, man. But that's the key. If anybody, man, if you get sick, whatever your body's telling you not to do, even the nurses tell you, "Oh, pee in this cup," we'll come change that. I say, "No, man, I'm gonna go to the restroom."
I felt you on that. Yeah, you was like, "I am not doing none of that in this bed."
We can bring you a pan. You can sit. Nah, I'm gonna go to the restroom. They gave you these exercises to do with the lungs, man. It's uncomfortable.
That little blowing thing with the wall.
Yeah, you told me your levels, bro.
Like you're saying this right now, and I had to sit through 2 grandmothers doing that, and
tough,
that's brother. God bless, man.
God bless.
Hey, I appreciate it.
God bless.
I definitely appreciate it. It's something I don't wish on nobody except maybe the people who are spreading the disease right now by being out at the beach and they should be home.
It's not real though. It's not real. It's not real.
It's not real to them,
people thinking it's a joke until it's you.
Yeah.
Absolutely, brother. But yeah, man, new lease on life, and I love what you said. You wanted to now. You kind of reflective, looking at things, kind of taking your destiny in your own hand. So you don't have to spoil if you don't want to spoil. But I just want to know what the future holds for Fame, man. Like, what's going on?
The future is ridiculously bright right now. I have without spoiling things because my team would kill me.
Okay, no doubt. Fair enough.
5/11/2020.
Woo!
I can't wait.
That's soon. That's soon. Let me look at the calendar.
Let you guys know.
Monday. That's next Monday. Okay, I'm gonna look it out on your timeline.
We're gonna let you guys know what they're working on. I'm gonna shock some people with the people who are on the team. It's gonna shock a lot of people to kind of see the things we got coming for you guys.
No doubt.
It's gonna be a fun time. Like I said, you guys are like a big inspiration. For me, I hit up Dizzy a lot. I was like, hey man, yada yada yada. You guys are a big inspiration to me, man. So I'm super grateful to be here. I'm super grateful to be talking to you guys, man. And I can't wait to come out on the 11th to kind of talk to everybody about what we got cooking up.
No doubt.
In the meantime, if you guys are listening, man, go follow at Level 1 Gaming on
I learned
Twitter.
today I was following incorrect, and I had to update to the new James. But
because it used to say 2XP.
Yeah, I was like, where is it? So I was just hashtagged it. So it's at, again, repeat it so people know to follow it. At what?
It's at LV1 Gaming.
No doubt.
Level 1.
No doubt. Level 1 game, you already know. Salute on that, man. Tremendous gaming history, tremendous story, powerful. Again, if you have not watched it, go to Fame Entertainment 2K's YouTube channel. His personal story, it's a gamer's AMA about the virus, about his struggle, about everything. It is powerful. I highly advise you to watch it. But we're going to keep it positive. So I got to ask the question that I ask all the lords in the realm, Fame. You know what I'm saying? I need those top 5 video games or franchises of all time. Personal for you, Fame. Let's go.
Okay. Man, let's go. In any order?
Any order.
Or you need 5 to 1?
Any order. And it could be either one particular game or the entire franchise itself.
Okay. Let's go Halo 2.
Let's get it.
I got to put my original Streets of Rage in there.
First Streets of Rage edition. Let's go.
Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yes. Okay.
The original Shenmue.
Let's go, Fame.
Oh man. Oh, it's so many games.
I know.
I'm like, I'm gonna leave something out.
One more, brother. One more.
I don't want to leave something out.
One more. You can listen. You gonna come back, so you can always revise this. That's what I do for all the guests, because they be like, "Yo, when I came last time, I said this, but I should have said this."
Man, it's because
Kiss Move said, "No Zelda, please."
Diddy Kong Racing.
I love Diddy Kong Racing, but I can't put it in there because that's another game that it's true to me
before you lose your mod privilege.
because I love the sport so much, and it was like one of my first introductions to the sport. I'm gonna go with Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
It is.
I love boxing, and that was my introduction into really, playing a boxing game. So I gotta put it in there right
Little
now.
Mac.
Little Mac.
Yes, sir.
Let's
Yes, sir.
Yo, when you saw Mike Tyson and you saw the gap in his teeth,
bro.
Yeah, and you know he was about to get busy with the
bro. When he did the flash, bro, when his teeth shimmered, it was on. Like you ain't want no smoke when that teeth, that gold tooth shimmered up.
Yo,
bro.
It was when you finally beat that the boss.
Nintendo
The
Hero
boss.
put that out there, yeah.
When you finally beat him, it really felt like you accomplished something in this life.
Yo, remember we had Nintendo
I didn't beat this
Guru.
until I was an adult.
Yo, we had Nintendo Guru on. He was like, yo, he ran out to all his friends in the street like he really beat Mike Tyson for real.
Yeah.
No doubt, man. Tremendous.
Ridiculous, man.
Last question. This is the latest edition. Now, I'm curious because you got a tremendous console history, so I gotta ask, what your favorite console is of all time and why? Only pick one, any generation. Yeah, this is tough. This is the tough one. Because you've been all over, brother.
My heart wants to say it's the 360.
Okay.
But my brain is telling me, listen to yourself. You know it's the PS2.
Ooh.
The amount of quality games that came from that console is astronomical.
Break it down.
When you first put a game in and just seeing that the loading screen, it does something to you.
Yes,
it does. It does something to you on that PS2, man. It's you know, if the game was scratched, you hope it brings. It's something about the PS2, man, and the amount of games, man, and being able to play. I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. Love Final Fantasy, man. So something about the PS2 I just can't shake. Like I went to my mother-in-law's house. They had one of them slim joints under their TV, and I was like, I almost want to steal it. Like I started the PS1 back in the day. I was like, y'all don't even play this. You don't play this. You can get it to me, right? My heart says 360 just because of the transition the 360 gave me. The 360 made me the game I am today.
Facts.
It honestly did. The PS2, my mind says great, but the 360 go all in my heart because it made me into just more. It made me into the game I am today. It transitioned me over into another realm of game.
Bro, you ain't lying. Because listen, as much as we all have our favorites, King, me and you can attest to this. Solve, you can attest to this. That's the only console I spent a straight up G to get the Japanese joint early. I wanted that PS2
just
so
for
bad.
Tekken Tag tournament.
I'm a Tekken nut. I'm a competitive Tekken nut. Like how you Madden, I'm competitive Tekken. So when I saw Tekken Tag Tournament and the mouse was moving and I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like that joint, I remember that Madden was revolutionary at its time. Madden for PS2 changed the game from
when we saw them?
Oh, bro.
When we was camping out and
front
we
of the Sony
saw the heads and the
and we
face
saw
and the
the faces
eyeball.
and the helmets, and I'm like, yo, this is different. This is different, bro. This is something else, man. Shout out to Fit. Wow, PS2, yo, that it did change.
PS2 was a jump, man. It was a game changer.
It was a game changer. It was a jump for sure.
Yeah, they had that game day. That's when I was rooting for game day. That's when I was rooting for game day to beat Madden. My ignorant behind until
I
saw.
Who's on the cover of game day? Was it Peyton?
Who was on the cover of NFL game day?
I don't remember. But I know when the knee had to go down was when I saw the little Madden shoulders.
Yes.
And because this is what they did. Like they lined us all up, right?
Yes.
So we didn't know that we was gonna be there for damn near 2 days. So we sitting out there all camped out, friends, and it felt really good getting into our community. But then on the screen, they gave us a treat. To whet our anticipation.
Yes.
And then that Madden showed up.
Oh man.
I said, this is the greatest looking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Bro. Like it was crazy.
The dead eyes?
They had the dead eyes. They had the dead eyes. They did, but we ain't have eyes back then, so we was just happy that they had the eyes the way it was looking.
They all had the same face.
I think you know, is much, you know, joking that, you know, we kind of joke around that we do on the PlayStation, like without that platform as a whole, like especially the PS1, you know, gaming might not ever have evolved. Like,
absolutely, no, they were responsible. Yo, we missed mad super chats.
It was Tom Brady on the cover.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Let's get these super chats.
One of them goats.
Vigo. He is Vigo.
Here we go. Shout out to Cat Daddy. We got Cat Daddy. We got a bunch, man.
No, actually, you got Fastback before that.
Okay, get it. Get the Fastback before that.
Okay, wait, hold on. Cat Daddy?
No, Cat Daddy before him, I think.
Yeah, no, the Madden one, I got that one already.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, shout out to Fastback and we wear boots here because all the fanboy ishy.
No doubt. Then we got
We got 5. I don't even know
Canadian.
what country that is. Canadian. Real scientists take vitamin D.
Shout out to Z Black Rider. Slow-mo /$5. He said the following things are trash. Destiny, Madden since 2003, State of Decay, Juggernaut Edition still ain't fixed, bugs since launch, and of course the Frostbite injury. Yo, he going at dizzy. He going at dizzy for that one. What else we got next? What we got next?
We got Tazo Ichi with the $10 super chat. This is real-ish people out here in NYC acting a fool.
Word.
Wish it was still cold so all of us can live to see more days in our legacies. People are stupid.
Oh,
I'm gonna keep it real. People are just dumb.
People dumb. Shout out to B Money 101 follow super chat. Salute to the Lords and my brother Fame. Can't wait to see what you got cooking, man.
My man.
B Money in the building. You already know, man. Salute. Shout out to Ray. He said Jerome Bettis was on the cover of Game Day 98. I remember Game Day. That's crazy, man. Yo, tremendous history, man. We got some show to get into, man. This is hilarious. Fame bringing back the feels today. You know what I'm saying? But let's get this poll popping. You know what I'm saying? Last week poll results are in, and the people have spoken to the question. With the latest rumors surrounding Halo Infinite's features, which of these elements are most important to you for the title or Xbox Series X? The winner of the 4-way ILP poll with 52% of the vote was the narrative. Halo story must be epic group. Coming in at second place at 23% was Infinite on the Series X need to show a huge graphical difference group. Coming in at third at 17% of the vote was Game Mechanics. Halo Infinite needs to do something different group. And coming in last place at only 5% was I don't care if that multiplayer ain't popping, 343 is in the bushes group. Shout out to all the Lords who participated. Lord Fame, I need your thoughts on this, man. What's the most important thing to you for Halo Infinite?
That story got to be right, and whatever story we're teased, we better get, because on Halo 5, what we was teased, we didn't really get that.
Talk about it.
We're supposed to get this big hunt down. I listened to all the little stuff they had before.
Remember the vignettes?
The tapes, yeah.
Talk about
all of that was supposed to go down, and what we get, we got a left hook, a right hook, a broken visor, and that was it. That's all we got. Like, it wasn't hyped to what we thought it would be. So the story got to be on point, and it has to be.
But it did show you that, you know, if Locke wants to step up to Master Chief, he gonna get dealt with.
Yeah, he ain't ready. But you know, it's cool.
Listen,
it's
Master
cool.
Chief is Master Chief.
Master Chief is Master Chief, man. We gonna get into these topics, man. We got a good show going on. So, Lord Addict, you are up, man. A lot of stuff going on in the Xbox world. We got some Game Pass information, some Series X revealing. What you want to tackle first, brother? What you want to hit up, man?
Let's do the Game Pass numbers first, and then we'll do the Series X thing. Oh, look at that, man! This is what I got to deal with. I can't even say something about this, man.
Put those bayonets in the sky.
Breathe with me, King.
Come on. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Put your bayonets in the air. Put them bayonets in the air. Put them bayonets in the air.
So it was officially confirmed that Xbox has 10+ million active subscribers on Game Pass. They said some nonsense about about Xbox Live, which, you know, that could be anything.
90 million.
Yeah, it's still a high number, and I would say probably half of those paid for it, maybe a little bit more than that. But, you know, that information we don't have. But we do know that 10 million plus people are in Game Pass.
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to jump this off. So pretty much, just double down on what you said, 10 million up. 90 million active, that's a 42% increase from last year's over live from 63. And they also touted the Project X Cloud gaming streaming service with hundreds of thousands of users actively testing its new service. So let's get this round round table. Lord Fame, man. Real quick, so what do you think about this number? You know, are you excited about Game Pass specifically?
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people aren't. They call it, you renting games, whatever the case may be, man. I think the bigger Game Pass that's the more money being funneled into these developers' hands, which allows them to buy more games. You got to think about it, especially in the climate we're in right now. Some people ain't got a job, let alone being able to go drop $60 on a game. So if they got Game Pass and they support Game Pass, they can play 100+ titles. So the more subscribers we got, and the more money the devs get. A lot of people think developers are losing money. They're not losing money. They went to Microsoft. Like, we put them in there. Microsoft, all right, we're gonna cut you a check. Developers say, and them a lot of zeros. I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying?
What I want to bring up that you're saying too, Fame, is like, there's more than just one streaming service too. Like, they can literally go over here to Xbox. Like, let me go on Game Pass for 3 months. They get on Game Pass, they get that check, and then they take that same content. Yo, PS Now, what are you gonna pay me for that? Oh, half of what Xbox did.
Get that PS later.
All right, so let me do that. And then after that,
yo, what is on your head?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Get your bayonets up. You know what it is. I'm about to go in.
And then after they do PlayStation Now, they can hit up Google, and then they use 3 streaming platforms are probably paid for their development of their game.
They'll keep it going.
It's still great to go out and pay full price for a game, but the thing is, the developers aren't tripping which way or the other that you do it.
Exactly.
So Game Pass, it does 2 things. It helps the developers, and it helps save some money in the gamers' pockets. I want to see that thing double by next year. Keep it going. I want that thing to be big as possible because it's a win-win for everybody.
I'm glad you said that, Finn, because a lot of people don't realize. Again, shout out to we had Stephen Denton, 2 Ton Studios, doing the Until the End, and he made it very clear. It's like they basically, for how you explain it, is they give their projection of Microsoft gives their projection to them of what they think the game's going to do, and you get your bread as a developer up front. So it's up to you to accept it or not, if based on you feel your worth or whatever. So this is something that gives them that financial security, right? And then they can just breathe and then work on the game or whatever, and it comes out when it comes out. You were saying something, Saul? I heard you chirping.
No.
Oh, okay, sorry. So so that's the first misconception. So again, we have to shut down these narratives that we see that if a game is on Game Pass, that you're not helping the dev, that you have to go buy the game to truly help the game. If you choose to do it because you are physical, absolutely respect it. But as far as this narrative of saying that it's not helping them, that's false. But just wanted to clarify that with that. Let's get
developers wouldn't actively seek to put games on Game Pass if it wasn't benefiting financially
business, baby.
I had developers tell me that they're waiting on Microsoft to hit them back because they want their game on Game Pass. Y'all know David Serling. He does Fantasy Strike.
Yes.
I was talking to him at one of the guys I interviewed before, and he was like, "I'm trying to get on Game Pass." I asked him, I said, "When it's coming to Xbox?" He said, "Man, I'm trying to get this on Game Pass." They want their games on Game Pass. It.
Exactly. And then you got the whole exposure thing, the storefront. Again, these other games on side of right next to the same store space with the bigger game. It's a huge benefit.
And then you got to think after like a year and a.
All right, he's muting. He's got things going on. He's got things going on in his realm. So, Saul, let's jump in right quick, man. What you feeling about this user state?
It's a sad. I mean, the numbers are fantastic, right? But and it's a sad thing to say, but the current situation the world is in puts a big microscope on why Game Pass is important and why it works. Because it's like Fame said, like people can't go out and buy a $60 game right now, right? But, so if it's something that you've already had and you've invested in, or you managed to get on board for $1, like a lot of us did, however long ago when they first sort of introduced everything, it's a win-win situation. There's no negatives to it. In fact, and like you said, like the fact that
Hold on. Christopher Hart disagreed. He said Microsoft's losing money. The devs are getting paid off. Yeah. Someone got to be losing money. You losing money. You losing money. You the one that's losing money. Did you buy the Streets of Rage? You lost money. Continue, Sal.
Yeah, man. Like this, you just can't understate the value of it, and the fact that, like you said, like Game Pass, what it does is it brings these smaller developers. Like when you look at how many outlets review Streets of Rage 4. It was eye-opening to me. I said, wait a minute. Like, there's a real excitement around it.
I thought it was just us, the retro dude. Like,
for real.
It's a big movement. Continue.
I honestly thought it was just going to be the bigger outlets doing it just because of Streets of Rage 4. We haven't seen the Streets of Rage game for 30 years. And the fact that you have so many outlets reviewing it and so many people high on it, I said, wait a minute. And I'm not saying it's Game Pass. It's because of Game Pass, right? But the fact of the matter is how many people are going to go out there and purchase the game for $25, $30 in the current situation that we're in, and how many people went and picked that game up on Game Pass, and were able to experience it and be able to talk about these positive experiences. It's just there is no better situation to exemplify the pluses of Game Pass and the situation that we're currently in. And in a way, it's kind of genius, because the thing is, now moving past this situation, right? Game Pass is on everybody's mind. Like, what else are we going to be getting, right? And another thing that we haven't touched upon yet is that it was made official that xCloud is going to be part of Game Pass.
Oh, it's official. Wow, I missed that.
It is official. It's official that it will be part of Game Pass. We don't know if it's going to be additional money, whatever. But what we assumed it would be, that it was going to be rolled into it in some way, shape, or form, right? The hope and the expectation is that there's no additional cost to it, and that would proliferate Game Pass even more. So I mean, there's just nothing negative to say about it. You can't say anything negative about it.
They flexing on it. Anyway,
real quick. I just want to make sure that JW, you heard that right. Nothing negative. Nothing negative.
Leave JW alone. Shout out to City Smith, $2 super chat. Bayonets. He's ready. King's coming. We got it. King's on deck. We got you. So real quick, Addict, because you got cut off. You wanted to say something about the Game Pass situation?
Dude, I'm doing so much stuff over here. I don't even remember what I was saying.
It's all good, brother. It's all good, bro. Oh man, no rushing is tight. He said, you guys out here sticking your chest last generation about buying all your games and calling PlayStation guys GameFly geeks. Now look at y'all. Yo, they busting their gun early, King. They ready. What's up, baby?
GameFly geeks. GameFly. Wow.
Well,
let's get it, King.
What did we say? What did I tell you? I tell you those numbers was looking funny under the light, right? I was telling you. I was telling you, yo, 90 million. Let this sink in, man. Let that wash over you. let just stand in the rain and let that wash over you. Let that Game Pass and the Xbox Live wash over you. Drench yourself in the length of minute console. Drench yourself. Feel this. Pause. I want you to feel this, because 90 million. You guys is out here. Xbox only sold 35 million. 90 million dudes done got that live. I don't know what they're gaming on, but it's 90 million dudes. It's residual income. This is a check. This is a residual check. Every month, every quarter, every re-up, your man is right back at the re-up. It's 90 million at the re-up. Now, we ain't gonna get to PlayStation Now numbers or PlayStation subscription numbers. I want to know if it balances out with your books. I want to know if it's 125 million and 125 million have. Because if it's only 35 million Xboxes out there, 50 million Xbox out there, and it's 90 million sold, somebody is buying Ghost Phantom systems and Ghost Phantom Live. The money is real. Nobody's losing money. That's why you got Game Pass. This is what happens when you get your butt whipped. This is what happens when you get your butt whipped. You pull out all the stops. Game Pass, 10 million people have Game Pass. I don't care if it was $1, and we know it wasn't a bunch of $1 dudes, but let's just say all of it's $10 million, right? $10 million. People got Game Pass, and these games is coming date and date. People are begging to get inside Game Pass. Why do you feel that you're losing when I'm winning? I feel it's a win when I can just anticipate a date and don't worry about anticipating a bill. It's like going to your favorite restaurant and you know, all right, it's Taco Tuesdays. I'm going in to get my food. I'm going to eat and I'm going to leave. But you decide to pay for your food. Why didn't you get on a service like me? This Game Pass, this Xbox, they out here doing it for us. This is for us. This is not for nobody else. Because let me tell you, going into the next generation with the Series X, we know for a fact that anybody that has Game Pass is going to get those games date and date on release. There's no rush on those games because those people are having fun inside Game Pass. Why wouldn't you get in? That's just my opinion of it. When the numbers came out, it was shocking to me. In my wildest dreams, I could not believe 90 million Xbox Live, 10 million Game Pass. No, I was thinking something like probably 2 million Game Pass. Probably Xbox Live was like 60. This is shocking, people.
I was told it's more than 10 million. That 10 million was supposed to be announced a long time ago, but this whole T-virus thing interrupted all news outlets like that, so they held on to it for a little bit.
That's all I got on it.
Yeah, those are supposedly numbers before this quarantine happened.
So if these are numbers before the quarantine,
that's supposedly. That's not.
It's supposedly. These are numbers before the quarantine. Could you imagine during the quarantine right now, and when people don't have it financially to go out and do certain things, and they're looking at their situation, they say, well, you know what? I could buy Game Pass for these months until I can get back to work or doing whatever. And all the family is getting a chance to play games and everybody's getting a chance to enjoy and you're getting a chance to try stuff. Wouldn't you be more likely to keep that around? That what company held you down during this situation? That's the question that you have to ask yourself.
I'm confident that a lot of these people, people like to talk about the hardcore, even me, addict world, ha 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 ha. But we got to keep in mind that a lot of these casual people, when they get onto this service, like the mom that's a waitress that works 40 hours a week, or the grandmother that's on a fixed income that has her grandchild, like. A lot of these people, they would rather just pay $10 to $15 a month and not have to buy a $60 game. Timmy asked, "Can I have Call of Duty? Well, what's on Game Pass?" There you go. Go buy some on Game Pass.
And you're getting the games of gold every month. I don't know, man. I haven't seen a value like this for me, right? And it's something to be said that all you got to do is go browse the menu and click install, wait for it to install. And then you try. It's something to be said about that.
You can find something for you. It doesn't matter what type of gamer you are. There's something on there for you.
But we ain't gonna talk about the games with gold games because them games is poop.
No, I'm not talking about that. I don't ever download those.
When David brought that, I'm like, but don't mention that, fam.
Okay. The reason why I mentioned the fame, because all right, so my son has Game Pass, right? Mm-hmm. And he looks through the Game Pass list, and I say, but wait, there's more. I said, this is a little extra sprinkling. And then he saw, I think it was last month, it was like Project Cars.
Yeah.
He saw Project Cars and he was like, what's that? Is that like Forza? I said, it's a little deeper than Forza. He loves it. It's amazing to him because he's experiencing this for the first time.
Yeah.
So when you say somebody get a chance to, is nothing wrong with little extra sprinkles on the top, man. Maybe you might not like the sprinkles. Please don't put no sprinkles on my joint this month. I don't like the sprinkles. Keep the dirty little black sprinkles off of it, please. I don't like the chocolate sprinkles. I like the rainbow sprinkles, please. But it's just extra. It's just extra. Well, we got a ton of super chats. Cog, I do not hear you at all.
Yeah, you're talking, but nothing's coming out. Anyway, what's the last super chat that we got? So because apparently something's going on with
Stitch 66.
Oh, my bad, I was muted.
Because you was running your mouth hard.
You kept talking. Okay, something's clearly up. I'm just gonna
say, well,
we got Stitch.
I'm light skinned enough. I'm gonna be confident. I'm light skinned enough. Let me go ahead and
we got a bunch of super chats to get through. With $2 from Stitch 6669 today is Rig Away Day. Who is going to win
next week, brother? Next week.
Yeah, Z Black Rider with the with $2 Canadian dollar super chat. FFS, take vitamin D, say it twice. For sure. All right, next we have Smitty Smith with the $2 super chat. Bayonets up, Captain Game Pass. Who did that for you?
Yes, sir.
Billions and billions. What else we got? Next after that, we got a bunch. Okay, shout out to Jonathan B with the $5 super chat. King dressed like he about to do an Xbox seance and bring all the red rings, back to life.
Yo, he's stupid.
Yeah, somebody said that you look like this Cleo. Shout out to Mr. Mayhem with the $2 super chat. Will Bungie go 60 frames per second day one on console in November? We shall see.
I don't think. Crazy. I don't. I want them to, but part of me feels like they're not going to.
The patch got to be ready. It depends on the patch. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't think they're going to do that.
No, I think they do.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean,
I think next generation. I think Destiny 3. Yeah.
Why, you don't think they're going to patch it up?
No, I don't. I don't.
Because
I
for the reasons that they said it.
Yeah,
for the reasons that they said it, I think so.
We can do a bend the knee on that.
Okay, well, I'm not going to do that because you are in the know. I'm
saying we can do a bend the knee. You don't want to step up to the challenge.
Listen, stay away from this dude. He's on the last word. This dude has information.
Don't pick nobody. If you want to put your knees
listen to
him for this Destiny 60 frames on next gen console, just let me know.
Listen, Cog don't ever put his knees up unless it's a sure thing. Leave him alone.
Cognito, you got the bend the knee and the Iron Lord's logo up.
My bad. I'm loose.
He wildin'. He wants you to bend the knee with the Iron Lords on your back.
Bungie got something to announce. Shout out to Gene up on the E3. We ain't gonna say that.
Here we go.
Continue.
I hope I'm completely wrong. I do, but part of me feels like they're not gonna want to put like that much of an advantage.
Let's see what your knees do though. Let's see what you do.
Leave him alone.
I mean, there's no needs involved in this.
Continue, so.
Game Pass is an extra. Shout out to Simi Smith with the $5 super chat. Game Pass is an extra revenue stream. Marinate on that Game Pass sauce. The Book of X. Then we have, man, hold up, man. This thing is flying.
It's flying, brother.
What the heck? Hold on. This thing.
Shout out to. Okay, hold on. That's
Is it Clutch Man?
Yeah.
Okay, so shout out to Clutch Man with the $2 super chat. Shout out to your guest Fame, hilarious, of course.
Yes.
Shout out to Mariano Bomba with the $5 super chat. Lord King spoke. You gotta buy. I just gotta try. Who did that hashtag? Who did that for you? Thank you, Lord, for blessing my Sunday.
So we got a $5 super chat from One Bad Mudda. Only thing that tastes better than Taco Tuesdays, free Taco Tuesday, 10 million is a mindshare tipping point.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got a $5 super chat from JD Gamer. King, get him. Get them bayonets, y'all. Game Pass equals Xbox is winning, and winning bigots. I'm pretty sure he said bigots. I don't know. Winning, and those on Game Pass train are winning. Hashtag save my podcast.
Jesus.
I thought you meant pockets, but okay, we'll go with that. We got a $5 super chat from Smitty Smith. Hey, Chris Hart, you ain't collecting these. That's the Book of X on your neck.
It's hilarious.
We got a $5 super chat from JD Gamer. Fame. I'm getting visions of the tick. Have you come through to drop a few nuggets, my brother?
You done missed that, brother. You done dropped some nuggets.
Yeah,
what's that?
What was the date? What was the date again, Fame? The 11th?
5/11, next Monday.
5/11. Check Fame's Twitter on 5/11.
5/11.
I'm done reading.
You already know.
Shout out to P. Diddy Papa Diddy Puff.
I like that. Take that.
With the $2 super chat, Microsoft and Sega getting real close recently. I would love to see that.
Mad at it, man. Listen, man, 10 million, super impressive. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I was doing light skin moves, like Fame was saying. Yeah, man, $10, 10 million, man. It's super impressive. We know they weren't as transparent when the MPD stuff came out in the hardware. So my whole thing was always, okay, we know you pushing engagement. We know you pushing Game Pass. Could you please tell us the numbers? Could you please let us know what's going on? Because a lot of people thought they was fraud, and a lot of people thought that this thing is not doing well. You know what I'm saying? So for them to come out and put these numbers out, it's a fantastic look. And like,
how I knew Game Pass was doing numbers?
What's up?
When GTA 5 went in there.
Yeah, listen, it's
because I was like that is something that they sell easily every month.
Right.
That's something Microsoft had to put the truck back up for, and that's something that I don't think Microsoft would do unless they saw the return every month.
At the end of the day, Phil cannot convince Satya to do anything if it's not financially viable. Also,
so you're saying Satya's with this?
Oh, Satya's with
this.
Satya was like, Phil, on to something.
I do want to make a point for all the people that keep saying, "Oh, it's that much because it's for $1." It's only $1 for the first time.
Yes.
Everybody keep thinking, "Oh, I can get it for $1." You already got it for $1 before. You ain't getting it for $1 again. You fam like everybody else.
You can get it for $1 again, but it has to be like a long time after you got it.
But once you listen, tell the truth, man. It's like you are absolutely in an ecosystem where it is completely consumer friendly.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody say. If you can go out there and purchase a brand new game same day, me and you walk outside same day, you go purchase a game and you say, man, I got this filter for $25.50. Keep your filter, my guy. I will wait for the download to come in, and I'm going to definitely have fun over here. But you on to something, Cog, man. Really, you on to something,
bro. At the end of the day, this is a business. Nobody trying to do nothing if it ain't about making money. Same thing now with the game developers. Like Fame said, like they're not going to give Microsoft their games away. That's not how this works. You know what I'm saying? They gotta get paid for it. So
Cog, let me ask you a question. All y'all was out when Microsoft need to release those numbers. They stop hiding because they're losing. They start putting up. Now you got the numbers with your mouth back.
I mean,
where your mouth at though?
And Phil himself said it on Twitter. Like he's like, we're listening to y'all. We know that you guys want transparency. Here you go. Like not more than a few days after that, these numbers come out, which they had never released before.
They never released those before, and that's the thing. Because again, and for the people again who are fighting it very hard. Again, I get it. MPD means a lot to a lot of people, and you're seeing certain things with the hardware aspect. I get that part. But even Yoshida said, we mimic what Phil said, like, yo, engagement and these subscription services is the new wave. That's the new metric, right? So this is what they're going to be giving you. And it looks like they're doing pretty good on that. So I just wanted to get that off.
Christopher Hart.
Okay, what's up?
Christopher Hart. GTA is removed out of Game Pass. It's been there for so long. It's removed out of Game Pass. If you haven't played GTA, sorry. But the GOAT is going inside Game Pass. It's pushing out the old GOAT for the new GOAT. And it's not like they ain't replacing it with something equally, if not as great. So stop acting like Game Pass is losing any value. You can't take out one king and put another king inside and say they lost. They didn't lose anything.
But where's the okay, I gotta cut. Where's the energy for when you on Netflix and they take Avengers Endgame out after a certain while? You know what I'm saying? Where's the energy when
I want to know where this. I'm gonna go straight to PlayStation now.
God of War was in there for a minute,
and that's the thing. Like that's the thing. Those first party games are never leaving Game Pass.
Right.
The first parties are never leaving Game Pass. Not so for PS Now. Why would you take God of War out of PS Now?
Same energy. That's not, we got. I understand the fanboy stuff. We have fun, but we gotta keep the same energy. That's unfair to be like, oh, they took it out. Talk about that. They talk about all these other things that been taken out as well. We gotta call it down the line. Continue, King. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just the fact that you can't think that something that's not their own is gonna last forever. It's just not. But you can stay there and work. Don't worry. If you said Gears was leaving,
right,
then you'd be like, oh no, they're going against their word.
Right, because they promised day and date first party. Now first parties leaving, then you're like, yo, what's going on? Y'all said X, Y, and Z. Then we got a beef, right? We got a legit beef because of what y'all promised.
And I think that's their end game. That's why they bought all these studios. They want to give you games like Gears Tactics. They want to give you games like Fable, like Halo, like the actual Gears series. They want to give you more diverse library stuff like Psychonauts. Keep people in this ecosystem forever and never leave.
Let's get these super chats. Elemental PO, $2 super chat. Shore Lading sighting. Seen in Vegas with Elvis. Oh my God. They messy, bro.
Elvis, Tupac, and Bruce Lee.
Messy, man. G. Mark Lewis, $2 super chat. I was supposed to cancel Netflix 8 years ago. Facts. They're banking on that. They are banking on people not canceling. How many times I look at my reoccurring charges? I'm like, oh man.
Thank you for telling me. Let me get rid of this EA access right now.
Yo, you about to dedicate?
Take it from someone that worked at Dish Network that I probably had 15, 20 calls every day. It's like, yo, how do I cancel my Netflix? I'd say the same thing. Well, you'd probably want to call Netflix. I mean, that's probably the best place to go.
Listen, man, it is what it is, but we got to move on to the second part. Obviously, Microsoft made a big announcement at it. You know what I'm saying? Xbox Series X, the games on May 7th. Now, they did clarify. There was this little caveat. They said Microsoft will include every next-gen gameplay from Microsoft's global development partners. So Xbox Game Studio games will not be showcased at this for a later date. And they said Greenberg got on there. He's pumped to see the partners, showing that there's Xbox Series X gameplay next week. They got more plans. They said more details soon on Microsoft's own plans after that. So I want to bring this to the realm, Lord Fame. Now that we've got a date, you know what I'm saying, for the global partner games, how do you feel about this approach from Xbox?
You know, I'm okay with it because I think a lot of people are leaving out a simple fact that even though these are partners, that doesn't mean we won't get an Xbox exclusive or Microsoft exclusive in this section. So people who are looking, I want to see what they got exclusively coming.
Right.
That's not like there aren't second and third party deals.
Right.
You look at Dope Notch, Tell Me Why. That's not an Xbox Studios third party studio, but it's an exclusive. So I'm cool with this, knowing that later on we're going to get to see what almost every first party studio was doing. That's great.
Yes.
And I think this kind of filters out some things, so we're not having to worry about. All right, here's Microsoft's event. All right, was that exclusive? Was that exclusive? Was that we know off the rip? We're not having these BS articles from journalists. Oh, turns out this game is really multiplayer. We have to worry about that. That's out of the way. Y'all know that these games, this event gonna be mostly multiplayer, but I almost guarantee we're gonna get one to at least two of those games. They're gonna be exclusive to the Microsoft platform. I don't want to say Xbox exclusive. People get butthurt when you say that. I'm gonna say Microsoft platform.
No doubt. Let me get Kid Smooth. Let me throw a Game Pass up right quick for Kid Smooth. $2 super chat. They are replacing GTA 5 with Red Dead Redemption 2 Xbox Game Pass. Gotta throw them up for more on that. What's the next one, y'all? We missed. What's the next one? We got one with JD Gamer.
We got JD Gamer with the $10 super chat. Come on, my lords. I know y'all been running around Twitter collecting needs left and right because that energy is so off. Those Game Pass numbers on their backs, hashtag all 10 mil are not fake.
Let's be real. There's probably a good amount of them that's on that $1 a month thing, but like not everyone thinks like Ko-fi, like BG, like not BG. BG don't do these subscription services. A lot of people that get the free month. They stay with the game, the service. Like, sure, there are some people that just want to ride that wave and play it for free for a month. But that I'm, it's like I said, I used to deal with people like this all the time. A lot of people stick with the service. It's not like, a lot of these personas on Twitter want you to think that's like everyone is getting the $1. Everyone is not only getting the $1, but they're canceling after the $1.
Everybody canceling.
That's not how it goes.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Pixel Big G, $2 super chat. Xbox is so confident. They putting out 2 shows. Interesting. And then we got more. Y'all gotta get those next ones, man. We got a couple more. We behind.
Which one are we on?
After
John Mark Louis.
So we gotta. I'll get the next one because I'm not pronouncing his
name. If you can get the pronunciation.
It's John Mark Louis with the $2 super chat. The only Series X rival is a high-end PC. Bow down.
So we got a $5 super chat from John Armstrong. I have a gaming PC, Xbox One X, and PS4 Pro. I only use the Pro for exclusive, but my heart is definitely with the Xbox. We won't mention the Kinect. You know what, John Armstrong? You are completely onto something. Kinect doesn't exist.
Listen, yo, shout out to Kinect, Fame. I was watching NFL draft, and I saw the commissioner. He had a Kinect. Yep. I don't know if you caught that, Fame.
He had a Kinect.
He had a Kinect.
It's probably in the room that he's never in.
Listen, bro. I saw Roger Goodell. He was out there. He was moving and shaking with his Kinect, man.
Remember the partnership that Microsoft had with the NFL?
I had to give
it. Now they got one with the NBA.
Yeah. Heard that's cooking, man. But continue. We was up to on this whole joint. Oh, did I interrupt? I interrupted somebody who was talking about the Addict. Yes, Addict. I interrupted you as far as your Series X reveal.
I mean, when it comes to it, I do think Fame's on to something. I think, it probably won't be. I think there's at least one game of those that they're going to announce as an exclusive for the PlayStation. It's probably going to be represented under their global brand, the global thing that they do. They might surprise us with like a teaser at the end of it that's like a teaser for Fable or something, like 5 seconds.
Gotta shut you down. Lord McCaffrey, he put out the tweet. He was just like, look, he said, I'm seeing a lot of good hearted Xbox fans who seem to think Microsoft's going to pull a fast one and surprise or reveal Halo or another first-party games next week. They are not. Expecting any first-party content on May 7th will only lead to your own self-inflicted disappointment. He said the last thing, look, it's a bigger picture, friends. They've been doing a great job messaging this console so far. It's all build-up, the name, the reveal, the specs, to demonstrate the features, the third-party games. He said first-party games will come, then price and take. So he's just kind of saying hold the line. Let's not get hyped that they would even do that. So
hold the line.
I mean, it is what it is. Like, we gotta be greedy. Obviously, we want all of it. We want the soup, we want the wine, we want everything. I want that stuff that King was eating last night, but I can't have it. So,
that pepper shrimp.
Yo, Solve, we gotta get these super chats, bro. We Stitch, we behind, man. We all behind.
Stitch right there.
We got Stitch. Wait, let's see. Okay, on Armstrong. Okay, Stitch with the $5 super chat. First show, Phil putting the boot on the second. Putting the boot on. Second show, Phil putting the boot on the neck and the Book of X.
Damn.
Dropping the Book of X on their chest. All right. Smitty, JD Gamer with the $5 super chat. Microsoft is so slick, they found a way to make PC pay Game Pass, baby. Yeah. How could you possibly pass it up? And now they got PC players in the Windows Store. Yep. That was always.
We got a $2 super chat from Smitty Smith. Captain Caps Lock. Chris Hart reporting for duty. Man, that was a tongue twister. Captain Caps Lock Chris Hart reporting for duty. You know, King, you need to read that real quick. I need you to read that.
Michael, Best Style Finest, $5. You want to get that, King?
Okay. Michael, a.k.a. Best Style Finest. Did y'all see J-Dub capping saying 1 million PSN make more than Game Pass 10 million? King, put J-Dub in his place. I don't have to. I don't have to because nobody ats me no more on Twitter. Nobody, not a soul they don't invoke this spirit upon them. let me tell you, I tell you right now, they understand exactly who Phil Dominus Maximus, soon to be Aurelius, is. They know exactly now. You know the warrior you're fighting in this battle. So when you understand that this show coming up and they showing games, they say, yo, this is how a general moves. This is how a leader moves. I'm going to showcase your stuff first. You have been gracious enough to bring your stuff to my platform. I'm going to put you in the right light. See, not only did he put gamers first, now he's putting his second party deals first, those developers first. Let's put your game. None of our games will be there. This is about you guys. This is a celebration of you guys. At the same time, this is a pincer move, right? Because this is forcing Sony to say, we got to show something. They out here showing love to developers in this time right now where developers need light on their games. You want to know where these games is going to be played. So if these games are played first and shown first on a Microsoft platform, where do you think those games in the layman's head, the average gamer, where do you think they really, the casuals really feel that Valhalla is only on the Xbox Series X?
You might be on something there.
So when you hear actual gameplay from a Series X, this is exactly what I'm getting. This is it right here.
I always try to tell people like to overlook what a marketing deal can do for you. Like they try to act like, The Last of Us and, Uncharted and Halo and stuff. So this many, that many. You know what sells more than anything ever? Call of Duty. Okay.
Oh yes.
The fact that when you watch Super Bowl, when you're watching Super Bowl Sunday and you see at the very end of that commercial say PlayStation 4, it don't have to say only on PlayStation. Jimmy over there watching that's trying to look for something to get his grandchild for Christmas to say, oh, if I want Call of Duty, I got to get a PlayStation. He don't know no better.
Exactly. Now, I want you to think about it this way, right? This is where the pincer move works, and this is where you force somebody's hand to make them do something. This is how you smack somebody in the face and see if they're going to react, right? So we already know they got smacked in the face. They had to do the fake GDC joint. We already know they got smacked in the face right after that, and they had to reveal a controller they didn't want to reveal at that moment, right? So now they're going to get smacked in the face again, right? Now you're getting smacked in the face for real this time. Now you got to reveal your system, and you got to reveal some type of gameplay. But
he's right. They put a lot of pressure on them.
What Microsoft did, right? They raised the stakes. The stakes was raised when they showed you a breakdown in the we've never seen no tear up of a system until it comes out, until it gets to your house. Then you feel out what's inside. They showed you what was inside ahead of time. The level of confidence is exuding from Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer, soon to be Aurelius. This man, I've told y'all before, he's not the nice guy you thought he was. Cold-blooded killer. Cold-blooded, because this is moves of somebody who's going for your jugular. Right, while smiling in your face, All those dudes on that stage is no longer there. It's just one dude now.
You talking about when they had Reggie?
Yes. I want you to remember this. It's one dude now. Reggie, God bless my man.
He was with it.
On God and them. Reggie was like, I'm not with none of this that's about to go down. No. And then Mr. Layden. Where is Mr. On God and them? Mr. Layden cannot be found. All right. So we got Jim Dan Smooth Ryan. And we got Dougie Bowser out there.
You petty.
I hadn't seen the On God and them emoji yet. I hadn't seen it yet.
You see that? I had to say it so you can see it. I had to say it on God and them. Check that out. Look at that. That's legit, right? All right. Shout out to Graphic God for putting on God and them. Yo, all right. So listen. Mm-hmm. So what Microsoft did was they put an impending brick above their head. Right? They told you.
They got the anvil?
This is the impending brick. Mm-hmm. They told you this first show has nothing but gameplay games from Xbox, joining this second party moves and stuff like that. Yeah. None of our stuff is there, but we're doing another show at a later date. Depending on the fool who act up. If you act up, you're fitting to get smacked up. So now Sony has to release their console. They got the show make, model, design. They got to give a tear down because if they put it out there and be like, "This is the box," and walk away, you're gonna be like, "Nah, my man, open that box up."
They're gonna be like, "That ain't it. That ain't it."
Right? That ain't it. Okay, so then you're gonna say, "Where's your games at, though?" Because now they're raising a stake. Why are they playing behind? But then Microsoft still has the anvil upon their head. If they play wrong, and I swear, if they play wrong and they try to jump out the window, Microsoft is watch that date get pushed up and an anvil hit them right back in the head to put them right back into place.
Oh my God! Listen, man, it's a lot of strategy, man. It's a lot. I respect it. It's a lot of strategy, man. We got
high-speed chess.
Woo! We got some chats, man. We got to catch up.
We got a lot.
It's crazy. Soft, help me out, brother. Help me out.
All right, we got Z Black Rider with the $5 super chat. Good day. I always pictured Addict as a sexy Twitch streamer. Unfollow.
Wow.
You thought Addict was a booby streamer? I'm sorry to disappoint.
I'm speechless, man. This is why I don't want to put my camera on, man. We love like this.
We eating. Continue.
Shout out to Lady Infamous with the $5 super chat. How's it going?
Salute, Lady
Shout out to Grown Women Gaming.
Salute Saturdays. You already know. Salute the ladies in the realm. You already know.
What else we got? Yes. Oh my Lord. Hold on. It jumps me. Oh, one second.
I think Elemental Pio.
I got Trigger Man. Where's Elemental Pio?
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, we missed that too. No, my bad. You right. You correct.
Trigger Man with $2 super chat. What time will Sony steal Xbox Limelight again?
They're gonna try.
Yeah, they're gonna try.
And then we got JD with the $10 super chat. Sony was out here arrogant as ever, turning their backs on indies first, then turning their back on AA and all the rest of their partners. Skipping events since 2018. Now look what it's cost them. #humble pie.
No doubt. And then last one, Elemental PO $5 super chat. Sony will show you what's in the packaging instead of a console breakdown. Shout out to Elemental PO, man. Look, I'll finish this up real quick. King killed it. A lot of great points. Look, I was kind of at first I felt the way because I was like, man, why y'all showing third party? You know we want to see that first party. You know what I'm saying? You know we want. You know, Kid Smooth done pulled up. It's lit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
there's a lot of green screens out here.
Yo,
move your joint to the side, Kid Smooth. I see the kitchen. move
we got the kitchen right now.
Move that over. Slide that over to the left.
But look, man, at first
he pushing the green screen over.
My man used to crop in this window. He can't crop it now.
You can't crop it now. My man Kid Smooth. You already know. But look, man, at first I ain't gonna front. I was in my feelings. I didn't know a little bit. You know, I was like, man, why y'all showing the third party? You know we want to see the first party. But then
What's funny is I was that exact thing, and you talked me off.
I talked you off. Yeah.
Right.
But don't get me wrong, your initial was my initial feeling too. Like, but then I thought about it. I was like, all right, King is on to something because I was like, all right, Sony still haven't revealed any plans yet for the most part. Yep. Obviously, we just got the controller and we got some. He laughed. Why you laughing?
I'm just gonna skip the super chats. You guys can't catch up. Tell me how Smitty Smith gonna say for $5 they need to put Lord Attic as a playable character in Valhalla.
Yo, for real, we gotta get that Attic DLC for real. But yeah, so I thought about it. I was just like, look, man. At the end of the day, the competition has not shown much. So why reveal your hand, all of your hand, right? When you got to see what they're going to do. So this is tactics. It's the art of war, right? This is tactics. Yes. You got to see what the opponent going to do. So that part right there. Number two, I was like, look, like Sav, you said, there's no E3. Third parties don't have a place right now.
There's a huge hole in the industry, right?
Right.
A huge hole in the industry.
So for Microsoft to say, look, bring your wares to our joint on our stage, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a good move, you know.
And let's keep it a buck, man. As much as we love the exclusive content on on all consoles, right? Yeah. The third party stuff is what really moves things. Yes. The third party stuff is what really moves things. So you want to show people, if you're going to show off Valhalla, you're going to show it in its best possible light on console that has it. You know, it has to deal with
as well teraflops.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know if this is what their cadence was to begin with, or it's just because they've been forced to do everything digitally.
Right.
I think it's perfect. Like the way Xbox has talked about the console reveal, then showing the innards, having the breakdown little by little, and it's just gonna give them. It's gonna give them stuff to show throughout the entire year in a way that doesn't feel like we're ever starving for information.
No, I'm shout out to Geek. You know, I'm about to get what he told. He said we're third party been selling the best, but here's the thing. Again, we have to stop thinking about ourselves. I said the shout out to Crossfire. I was on the boys on Friday. We got to start thinking that because we're the hardcore, that our voices are the loudest. Because they're not. At the end of the day, like Attic said it best, there's so many people who watch an event and they see, whether it be Madden, Call of Duty, or whatever, this Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and they see it on one stage and they see a logo at the end, right? Oh, that joint is only on Xbox. Oh, that joint is only on PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind.
And even if they don't subconsciously put it only on that platform, they connect it to that platform because they're seeing it for the first time with that platform.
Yo, Cog,
what's up?
Haven't we saw anytime it's on that Summer Jam screen, it's in Game Pass?
Sometimes, yeah.
So no, it's not sometimes. It's every game that they have shown has wound up inside Game Pass. Now, on the 7th, this is the double sword. You're gonna see all of these games. Now you can get them date and date when they come out, or you can sit back and wait and just marinate. And they're gonna show up in Game Pass.
Oh, you mean eventually? Oh, I got you. Yeah, okay. I thought you meant like all of it was good there.
No,
no, I get you. Yeah, there's times when we sit there and talk. We like, damn, I should have waited because it ended up going to Game Pass.
Remember, facts. I'm never gonna forget Devil May Cry. I said, oh, that's gonna break my theory.
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen. Then that January, I looked up. I said, what the hell are they talking about? That is inside Game Pass. I didn't get a chance to buy that, and I ran and I downloaded it. And
he's
it was
still being stubborn. He said, casuals follow the hardcore set tone. Yeah, we set the tone, but casuals, not all casuals have access to hardcore. There are casuals who just watch stuff. And what they see is thinking is what they're going to get. So again, we have to stop conflating that we are the hardcore, that our voices.
But I will say that because there are certain scenarios where hardcore are more important than casuals. Now, I do think at the beginning of the gen they're the most important because we're the ones going out buying the consoles, and I'm convincing my roommate that's a casual. Yo, get the Xbox, it's lit because I got it. He's seeing it. You know, it's state of mind that really helps.
But here's my last point, and I'll give it over. Right, I know kids is in the building. Oh, he jumped out for a second. We come back. But look, the last point is I gotta shout out Lord Shinobi on Twitter, man. He said it so good. He was like, look, think about this. Xbox has enough first party that they can do their own show. Think about that, right? They can do a whole segment on just first party, and now they're doing this with this third party show. So I'm coming around on your Pincer approach, King. Like it got to mean something. You know what I'm saying? You have to have enough offerings to be able to do a full show of just your first party.
Right? And I think that's the reason they because they spent a lot of money on these these studios,
right?
Regardless if they build a studio, because a lot of people just want to point out the playground, et cetera, right. But it's not just that. Playground's got 3 studios. Ninja Theory's got 3 studios. Right. They made a studio dedicated to Age of Empire, by the way.
Right. You can't do a whole show on just Grounded and the games that people thinking that they don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, they're not going to show Grounded again.
Bro,
they'll show Grounded again. I'm not going there. They'll show Grounded again.
They're not going to show Grounded. They did that already.
But they got to give it some light if it's close to release.
They'll show us Grounded again.
When it's coming out.
Mm-hmm. They'll show us Grounded.
They did listen, they're not going to show Grounded at the next Xbox joint. The next Xbox joint.
No, I don't think it'll be there, but they're definitely going to show Grounded.
Right. I mean,
they showed Sea of Thieves for the past 5 years every year.
And why did they show Sea of Thieves? Because Sea of Thieves, because the millions and millions of people was playing it, and they had to toot their horn. Because that's how don't forget how we got millions and millions. Y'all was clowning me. Y'all thought it was a joke, and who. You know what? That was a Freudian slip. That was a Freudian slip. The millions to go. Sea of Thieves is out here still hoop banging in these streets. I'm down with that.
Listen, man. Again, we got to see what's going on. I have no problem on that. That's all I got on the time. We kind of killing it a little bit. I thought I was going to give kids some light, but kids jumped out. We got to move on, man. Look, make this quick because obviously everyone knows what's going on. As far as
I felt like this topic is gonna be the longest. Let's try to make this quick.
We know the situation. You know what I'm saying? As far as The Last of Us, the leaks is, please, Twitter is spooky out there. Social media is spooky. If you're going out there, be careful. This lot of things are being leaked, plot points and all that stuff. Look, all I want to say is obviously new information came out. Shout out to Sony. They jumped in front of it. They said that the leaker is not an employee. They know who it is, you know what I'm saying? And then there was a couple of stories running around, now it's kind of been debunked, saying that it was definitely an employee and all this other stuff. So I want to bring it to the Lords, you know what I'm saying, in reference to the leak and the saga, real quick, what y'all guys feeling about it and what the latest information that you guys heard. Lord Fame, you are up. What are you feeling about this thing, man?
You know what? Who am I to say that somebody? I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard that it possibly could have been a disgruntled employee, I'm not gonna lie, kind of laughed. I'm like, man, you kind of ruined your career, buddy. Like, and I was my mind was blown. I'm like, what person would kind of throw their entire career in the trash because no other developer, no other company would ever touch you again, right? So now we're hearing that was a hack. I mean, I guess we kind of used to Sony getting hacked at this point, but I mean, I kind of see that more as a viable option. I believe more that Sony was hacked, or somebody hacked into a Naughty Dog, some old damn Naughty Dog and got in. I believe that more than some guy or girl decided to throw their entire career in the trash,
right? Because they're upset. So I do kind of believe the reports now for 2 reasons. One, you're not going to throw your career away, and 2, I mean, it's like the first time somebody got into Sony. Somebody would take y'all credit cards out that PS4. Yo, you sound like kids.
he on to something right there.
With the credit card. Oh man. No doubt. So I feel out on that, man. I mean, what you got, Attic? The whole situation. I know we've talked about it ad nauseum.
Look, I think this is going to drastically hurt Last of Us? No. I think for the most part, people are going to go into this and it's going to do just as well as it did without it. But I do think that it will hurt the sales a little bit. It might hurt the reception, because how I know something's wrong is when I see people on Facebook talking about it. Right. And I saw probably 15, 20 people on my personal Facebook had an issue with these leaks. And I'm just thinking to myself, first off, why you even look at the leaks if you want to play the game? But that's besides the point. But, there's a lot of people with issues with especially the narrative focus that's going on. We won't go over that. But, I do think that it's going to be issues for Sony. Do I think it's going to drastically hurt their brand? No. The game's still going to be high quality and it's still going to review well. This might make it hit the 80s, though. But we'll have to see exactly, how the reviewers like the game, because, at the end of the day, it's their opinions that matter when it comes to, Metacritic. But sales-wise, this game's going to sell like blockbusters. There's nothing going to stop this. The only thing that would stop this is that they like something drastic happened, like you know. But then Erica brought up a good point when I said this is going to sell like blockbusters. These people are not going to hold by the word. She's like, that's what people said about Battlefield 5.
Yeah, no, that's it, man. Oh man, we got did we miss the book?
We got a lot.
Oh, Saul, please.
It's a bit G.
No, Christopher Hart first.
Christopher Hart.
Yeah.
You want to read
that one, King? You want to read that?
All right, where is it? Christopher Hart. Okay, Christopher Hart first. PlayStation 5 reveal will be a game over move. Yeah, for you. It'd be for you. Because the second they listen, Chris, and I know, man, love you with all my heart, man. I'm not gonna lie. You come in here, you sling these arrows, and you swing that bat for Sony. God bless. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. They're in a pincer move. No matter what they do, no matter how they move, they're in the kill box. It's already there. It's like you already boxed in. All right, they're not doing the boxing; they are getting boxed. So right now, you know you want the reveal. It'll be a great thing for you, but the aftermath for when they step out of place, the brick is coming. Know that is the brick coming. You waiting for the 7th. You want to see what's going on. You looking at a Series S, but then. When that PlayStation get revealed, you still know that the next show is coming. And don't forget the bayonet, my guy. Don't forget the bayonet. You're finished. So it's nice, but I'm sorry. I just don't see how you get out this kill box. I want to see how they wiggle out. Magic Mark Cerny needs to show some magic moves to get out of that box.
No doubt.
Let's get it.
Saul, get the next one, please.
What do we got? Pixel BG with the $2 super chat. PS5 reveal deep dive into God fail and lack of RTX. Wow.
No doubt. Let me get fast back. OG NLG podcast. Christopher Hart. You mean like the Sega Dreamcast?
So we got a $5 super chat from JD Gamer. Xbox out here playing the Queen's Gambit, move by move, sack by sack, just crushing to the end game. We will see whose king is still standing. Hashtag checkmate.
Wow, he out here.
He's speaking extra, man.
So you want to get Neo Mental?
Neo Mental, hold on.
Oh, Neo Mental. Shout out to Boom's brother.
Yeah, salute.
Yeah, can we come together as a family and get at Krista and get Christopher Hart some help? The first step is admitting there's a problem. Hashtag just say no.
Man act like it's an intervention against my man. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Christopher Hart, your stuff's working, man. People want you to get help.
Yo, shout out to what's that? Oh, Mega. What's it? Mega. I can't pronounce all the numbers.
Mega 0003000 with the $5 super chat. How do you guys feel about everyone hating the leaked plot of Last of Us 2? It's being trashed everywhere. Is it fair for people to judge the plot this early?
I think
I don't know what you're talking about. What leaks? I don't know what you're talking about.
I ain't see anything.
I don't see nothing.
Sure, we might not know everything on how such and such got to such and such part and how this part happened, but if you know pretty much like the highlights of the game, you can paint a decent picture of what's going to happen.
No doubt.
Look, can we paint the whole picture? Of course not.
Right. Absolutely.
But it's like knowing the highlights of the end game and saying you can't predict what's going to happen.
Right. It's also context, right? You still have to see it in the context correctly and stuff like that. Shout out to Elemental PO5 Super Chat. Nothing wrong seeing a bootleg before it comes to theater prop. Yo, come on, fam. Y'all out of control. And then JD Gamer.
You know what? You're on to something.
JD Gamer 5 Super Chat. If Microsoft comes through and drops Series X at $399, it's not just over Sony. We might see them selling off buildings to survive again. Pincer move, kills, hashtag. Oh my Lord. Messy out here, crazy. Who was up? I forgot who was even talking, man.
I'll say, like I said, what leaks? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. They don't exist to me. To me, look, taking these things out of context, I already knew, like, and I've said this a bunch of times already. The Last of Us is a game that did not need a sequel. I'm happy to see it.
Right.
I'm happy to see it. I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to play it. This is going to always be a game that was going to rub people the wrong way,
right?
Because in when you look at the setting in that world,
right,
and the type of story they're trying to tell you, it is absolutely a reality that the characters you grow accustomed to being close to and caring about will probably die in some way, shape, or form, right? I don't know that's the case, but it's almost guaranteed in that type of world and the type of storytelling that they're trying to sort of do with these games that things are going to happen that it's not going to be a happy-go-lucky ending like, you're not going to get that.
And I hate to say this, man. I ain't gonna lie. I watched the leaks.
Oh, why?
I watched the leaks, man. I even asked Kid. I was like, "Yo, hit me up with that link. What's going on?"
Listen, Addict can't help himself. He needs to be on the cutting edge of knowledge.
I'm gonna tell you this. There's people that say, whatever the leaks don't affect, I'm still gonna play the game. Right. For me,
that's because
I care about that story. I care about that story. I care about how I feel in the moment when I discover something. So to me, that's
we're definitely gonna have to have a spoiler cast on the last of us because I ain't gonna lie. The leaks maybe I'm gonna play the game now. Like the leaks maybe want to play the game.
I was playing the game regardless. It's a AAA banger that is by Sony. It's a single in the corner joint. Let me jump in on this part real quick because this is Sony's fault, and let me tell you why it's Sony's fault.
Break it down.
Don't you love how he made it?
I want to see where this goes.
No, it's Sony's fault because they had the opportunity to put that game out digitally before all this happened. Before all of this happened, and they postponed it indefinitely. Now, I'm real good at smelling BS. I'm real good at smelling a liar. I should have been a detective in my life because when something don't add up, it just don't add up. Right? So they gave you something that was palatable, that was Sony got hacked. Now, just like Fame said, we used to Sony getting hacked. That's plausible. So all you got to do is put plausible deniability, doubt in the jury's head for you to get a hung jury. Right? So you guys is like, yeah, that is possible. Sony doesn't have the great security. Now I'm going with it was a disgruntled employee.
You still going with that?
I'm going with the disgruntled employee for these reasons and these reasons only. Sitting here in this quarantine situation, and if I'm the developer that has been putting bills on hold, waiting for a bonus, when the game goes out, and then that bonus comes in, and I'm able to pay off some stuff, and I'm able to get out of debt. If the mortgage company is calling my house, I don't have any money coming in. I'm looking at my kids. I'm looking at everything that I worked hard for. And because a greedy corporation wants to hold back because they want to get every last dollar, I can't hold on to the stuff that I worked so damn hard for.
But his career, King, he would.
But you know, at the listen,
if that was the case.
Listen, let me explain the mentality of an individual with his back up against the wall. It's like a rabid dog. You don't know what the hell is going to happen from that moment on. For your level of survival, your visceral, I can't say the word hate, your disdain for a corporation that's those people are still eating lobster and shrimp. And you thinking about the prospect of buying dog food.
It ain't like, that serious.
You don't know the mental, because it has to be for somebody to commit
but they
career suicide.
Saying they know who it is, and it's not.
Yeah, I bet they do know who it is. Why ain't you out the man?
Why he gotta get his business out?
You know why you didn't out the man?
Why?
Because it is no man to out that you can't say that did not work.
So they supposed to say Jim Jackson was out here. We know who it is. It's Jim Jackson. We got him. We got him. We got him.
We have done that in this community.
What company says yo?
Okay, remember that guy? Listen, anytime something has come out, like leakers, they give you listen, hackers. Hackers are the most arrogant dudes in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
it's true.
Lizard Squad,
but that doesn't mean that they didn't do it.
Listen, Lizard Squad be like, yo, we did that. Yo, you mad?
Who did that for you?
You mad that your girl is dead, or whoever? This dude is dead, or Tommy caught a bullet here.
Yeah.
You mad? We did that. We made you upset.
Right.
So hackers are the most arrogant, and they want to show you how godly they are.
Absolutely.
Right. So what a corporation is going to do to show you, no, they didn't work for us, but we identified who the intruder was. Well, who's the intruder, my man? If he don't work for you, why are you holding his name back? If he didn't work for you, he has nothing to do with your company, then why are you protecting him?
I feel you.
Because he didn't protect you. All right, but okay. I digress, right? I'm going to buy the game anyway. I don't care about the leaks at all. That has nothing to do with, I did not look up anything. I don't care because I come from a culture of, I want to play it.
Right. I don't want to know.
I want to see this. This is one of Sony's great bangers.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that trolls is out here sending it to people that don't want it spoiled for them. Now, do I condemn the individual who did it because he was a selfish individual? Yes. Yeah. But do I understand at the end of the day that I don't walk in your shoes and I don't live in your world?
Right.
Yes, I do, brother. But remember, for every consequence and for every action, there's a consequence.
Right.
And you're going to have to live through this consequence.
Yeah. It's going to be some work. Look, I'm going to jump in, man. The shout out to Diddy $5 super chat. PSN 2011, PSN hacked, card info stolen. 2013, Sony's pictures hacked. Emails, movies, info stolen. The interview to Netflix 2020 hacked again. Last of Us 2 stolen. Listen, you may be onto something with security. I give you that. You know what I'm saying? But look, it's just unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just unfortunate with the whole situation. You know, I was surprised to see that much stuff leaked out. Didn't like seeing it. You know, and for the people who don't want to see it, just so flagrantly out there, it's just disrespectful. You know, at the end of the day, I got two issues though. The issue I'm with you, King, though, is that we all know the game. We all know the game was delayed indefinitely, right? I just struggle with the fact that once the leaks are out, now you got a release date.
Now, I do have a question for you.
What's up?
We can go back. Do you think that it's possible if this was a hacker that he hacked them because he was upset because the game was indefinitely delayed?
I don't know.
Well, it's not no more. He got his point across, didn't he?
What they said it was apparently that the hacker got in through an exploit in another Naughty Dog game and was able to access it. It wasn't actually they were
why is the game's linked? Listen,
man. Maybe they got into their network. Maybe they got into the network.
I smell feces.
Oh my!
And I'm telling you, it don't smell good.
It was the net. According to them,
Break it down, Saul.
They broke into the network through an exploit in another Naughty Dog game.
Okay. And let's be real, a lot of these guys are working from home. It's not as secure as the normal environment.
His Wi-Fi password was 123 password.
Yo, come on.
His Wi-Fi password was password.
His password was password. Listen, man. All I'm saying is it is a different climate with the whole virus. People are working from home. You don't know what their security situation is. If it got loose, it got loose. Somebody maybe was. I don't know. I'm not even gonna speculate. My whole thing is I'm gonna care about that. My thing is obviously I'm sad about the whole situation getting leaked. Obviously, I'm looking at them side eye though with all of a sudden you magically got a release date when you told us indefinitely. And the other thing, and no one's talking about it, shout out to my man Hogue Law, with these copyright strikes, they are giving copyright strikes. Sony's giving copyright strikes to YouTubers who are just talking about the leaks.
Got it.
Not showing the leaks, not even reading the plot points of the leaks, just talking about the leaks. So Hogue went in, and this is a corporate lawyer. He was like, "Yo, they violate illegally using copyright takedown laws. They're breaking a lot of violations, and a lot of these YouTubers are going to fight back." That to me is an issue. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
Sony's gonna get sued.
You're trying to do damage control, but at the end of the day, you cannot change the language of the law because.
So what you're saying, Cog, right now?
What's up?
When they read the topics and they see that this is on deck,
technically they can get us.
Yeah, okay. So what? Listen, I'm gonna look you in the eye, Sony. Listen, I'm looking you in the eye.
Please don't say something extra.
No. Free PlayStation Now for life. and I'll shut up. I'll just sit back. I'll let y'all rock. I won't say nothing else.
Listen.
Just hit my. It's Xbox 360 lover 01.
Yo, you stupid. Listen, man. At the end of the day, that part I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? That people are going to talk about, as long as they're not spoiling your plot points, it's no takedown notices, no infringement there. That's stretching the law. Again, if you don't believe me, y'all think I'm lying, y'all think I'm capping, please go to Whole Law, Virtual Legality. He has it up right now. This is a corporate lawyer telling people that Sony is in violation for what they're doing to these YouTubers by doing takedowns. So you take it up with the lawyers if you don't believe me. You know what I'm saying? You're not here for
so how when you're saying talking about the leaks, just like talking about it like we're talking about it?
Right now, according to Sony, they are trying to stretch DCMA law, you know what I'm saying, and say that it's infringement, and they are rushing to take it down. These guys don't have pictures. They're not talking about plot.
I don't understand if it was like gameplay or something, but like, how you gonna hit someone just for talking about stuff that you let get leaked?
Yeah, so they're illegally using the Copyright Act to stretch it to their, advantage in reference to this thing. So we got to see. That's what I got. We're gonna move on. So you're up the Summer Game Fest, brother.
So before we do that, we still have a bunch of super chats to get to. We got Restored Hades with the $5 super chat. I don't think it's terrible that the game leaked. However, what Sony's and Naughty Dog are doing to YouTubers is completely unacceptable. Yep. Next, we just talked about that. The Living Flame with a $2 super chat. People will wait for reviews for The Last of Us 2 now. JS. Just saying.
Probably so.
What do we got? We got Cyrus Burke. No, we got Smitty Smith with the $5 super chat. King is right about the hackers. Just look at Destiny on the PC.
Word. He ain't lying. He on his own. With that.
Dudes, they're the most arrogant lot in the world. They want to put they got to have their name known. They want to put their stamp on you. And for you to say that somebody hacked them and don't come forward, shut up, please. No,
you ain't buying it, man. 300 in the chat, y'all. Please hit that like button, please, y'all. Continue.
Then we got Cyrus Burke with the $5 super chat. I'm sure Naughty Dog is working on 2 games right now. So why would the hacker only leak 1 game after the indefinite delay? Hashtag why not both?
Hashtag BS. Smell it. Smell it. Listen, y'all all are starting to buy into the King's theory. God bless.
Then we got Restored Hades again with the $10 super chat. As for the person's career, this person may never be a game developer again. That doesn't mean they can't do something else. Journalism, reviewer, or YouTuber, and many more. Leaker is gonna be fine. I don't know about that. If you care about being in the game industry,
nobody gonna touch on the gaming industry.
I think that's.
He's a professional
leaker now. If this was a game developer, I hope he was at least smart enough not to get caught in.
Shout out to Lord G, Lord's Game. He said the multiplayer leak too.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it did.
I saw that too.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Yeah,
I saw that too.
He's a professional leaker now.
To Restored Hades, I say, have you seen Philip Mewson lately? I haven't.
Well, he changed his name, he changed his likeness, and your man is out here making games with the world.
Plagiarism is different, though. Like, it's a journalist. Like
I said, watch that whole law, y'all.
We're gonna have to what I'm more curious on is if it was a developer, if anyone knows who it was, because
everybody knows who it was because he was talking in a water cooler. I did that.
Yo, you stupid.
I did that. Ahead, and I did him say my name. Say my name and I'm gonna talk.
Yo, you stupid.
You know what it is? That's the reason why they ain't out to do. Because he said, go ahead, put my name in these streets and I'm gonna tell everything
I've been
doing.
I'm done. We about to create King's World in a minute.
I know, for real. All right,
what's going on Summer Games?
We got Summer Game Fest. Jeff Keighley back in the news after Jeff Keighley unceremoniously gave E3 the boot, saying that he was not on board with what they were trying to do, and then making it clear that Gamescom was going to be sort of the next time we were going to see him. Apparently, in the interim, since obviously the world has changed a bit, and people were asking him, "Well, Jeff, what are you going to do before Gamescom? Is there anything?" And Jeff initially said, "No, I'm not doing anything. I'm just Gamescom is it." But then he basically decided, look, I need to find a way, if I'm going to be sort of the face at the forefront of this sort of digital movement of gaming and sort of putting gaming under one big umbrella where everyone around the world has access to these events in a way that's meaningful, I have to do something about replacing quote unquote E3. And what he came up with was Summer Game Fest. So basically, Summer Game Fest is something is a quote unquote festival that's going to run from May through August. So basically, the same time that we would see the big summer gaming events, E3, obviously, Gamescom, Tokyo Game Show, things like that, sort of kind of rolled into one, but spread out over a 4-month period where he basically has gotten partners throughout the gaming industry to be able to show their wares, to possibly have some sort of digital online demos of their games, and basically digitizing and digitizing these events in a way that makes them accessible to the entire world, which is what basically his gripe with E3 was that it was focused on this one event that wasn't globalized in any way. It didn't have something that digital hand in hand that people around the world can access in a meaningful way and feel like they were really a part of the event. So this is something that he's been wanting to do for a long time. And I guess with what's going on in the world, it's made it easier to sort of bring that to the forefront. So we have SummerGameFest coming from Jeff Keighley. I'm excited to see what it is. Obviously, the expectation is that third-party publishers and the first-party publishers are also going to be in on this in some way, shape, or form. So expect some sort of announcements every single month from May to August.
Fair enough. Lord Fame, man, what do you think, man? Are you excited for this Summer Game Fest? What you think about it?
First off, I want to say I think it's safe to say between this and the VGAs that Jeff Keighley has, Jeff Keighley has secured the bag. I mean, he's now becoming the face of video games almost. Like, this is crazy. I don't know how this happened, but he's the face of gaming.
Facts. I'm about to get him when I get him my point. He's a powerful man, right?
Yeah. Like I didn't see this coming. Like I really did predict like he would be over some show that would announce the PS5. Like that was my heart to heart say next time we see him, he gonna be, announcing some type of show with Sony with the PS5 review. I didn't see this coming. And I'm all for it. I mean, we know Big Rona has kind of destroyed a lot of the stuff this year. And the more video game content we can get, regardless of the publisher, regardless of the developers, regardless of the platform, the more gaming we get in our veins, I'm all the way for it. Jeff Keighley just secured the bag, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, go and do something else, because the more you give us, the better. Because a lot of people, a lot of gamers aren't able to go to the E3s in the world, or they at work during certain times. So we got a digital event that everybody can attend. It's gonna be lit. Everybody different podcasts. It's gonna be hella lit for 4 straight months. I'm all with it.
Now let me ask you this favor before I pass it. Do you think if this pops off, it's a wrap for E3?
Man, y'all need a soundboard so you can play that Undertaker Tombstone sound. It's D-U-D. It's dead. It's done. It's done.
It could be. We got to see how this thing moves.
You got to think about it. You got to think about the millions of dollars these companies finna save, and still get the word out. Because this ain't the early 2000s, or the 90s where you need this type of event to get the word out to put in magazines. Information is at the tip of our fingers now. So with social media, we don't need to have the type of things. I mean, I think the best part about that is for the gamers to get together so we can meet up and kick it. Right. But other than that, we don't necessarily need that big event because the information is already at the tip of our fingers. So if I'm a company, why not save a few $1 million?
You gotta. I mean, and this doesn't necessarily even apply to gaming, man. Like I've been seeing, just watching the news. There's plenty of companies who are saying that the amount of productivity and influx of money that they're seeing during this period of time is leading them to cut their workforce by a certain percentage and have people work from home after this is all said and done.
Oh yeah. Why have a building when you can have them stay home?
Exactly. And it's a sign of the times. And what I like about Keighley is that Keighley, from the beginning, he's saying, I don't even think the shows need to go away. Right? He's not saying that. What he's saying is that we need to create something that works hand in hand with it, that is just as robust, that everyone has access to. Because he's saying he loves the shows. He doesn't love the fact that they're so isolated. Right. And if you want to globalize gaming, if you're really interested in globalizing gaming, this is how you do it, right?
The thing solved that. You're right. I mean, the only thing though that he said that troubles me as far as E3's future though is that he, according to the chapter, was it game.biz, I've got industry.biz, those guys, they got the article. He was kind of saying that he was presenting this to the ESA, and they were resistant, and that he wants to make it global. So my concern is that if this pop off, and let's be, like Fame said, this man is super powerful. He's got all these major everyone's playing ball. Microsoft, Sony, all the third party. The only one that hasn't played ball so far that we don't know of is Nintendo. Right? Yeah. Every other major third party, everyone is in pocket with Summer Games. Xbox themselves just said they doing something Summer Games. So my thing is, if this pops off, like, what's the incentive to go to the ESA after this?
Well, and that's the thing. If you have, and that's the problem. The ESA's stance on this has always been pushing back on it. Like, no, this is not what we want. But at the same time, this is not what we want. But yeah, we're gonna have people entertained by celebrities online while they're waiting to play this game for 10 minutes.
Right.
Whereas, what would happen if after they show gameplay of Valhalla, they're like, download the demo right now. Whatever platform you're on, download the demo right now. Anywhere in the world, right?
You do that on E3.
You can, but the thing about it is, as much as we see E3 as our mecca of gaming for the year, right? It isn't as global a thing as we'd like to believe it is, right? Gamescom is a far bigger. It's a far bigger.
Yeah, we're selfish.
Far more people. Yeah, exactly. So, what Keely's saying is, as great as that is, if you look at the big picture, it's not addressing the big picture.
Right.
You know what's not addressing the big picture? The fact that these elitists is trying to do it to us again.
What you mean? Let's get it.
All right. So, for a long time, we fought to get inside E3. It was only if you was media, if you was the developer, it was industry only.
Yeah.
Fought very hard. We got in. So now that we in and we're actually YouTubers, influencers, provocateurs, is out here getting the interviews. They start to see the control leave. So the elitists that was eating at the table, they didn't like us there. They didn't like us in the same room, breathing the same air, getting the same level of content, and sometimes doing it better than you. Yeah, my 1-2 step is way better than yours. On any day, you can put me on any platform and I'll blow you out the water on God and them.
Bars.
So when you see that, the level of fear is, how can I exclude them? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go at the old regime first. I'm going to take down the old regime, which is the fun park, the zone, the FOMO, the feeling of missing out. You have to be at E3.
Right.
See, it's something to be said that when you got to pack up, go out, and go to work.
Right.
Now, who's doing these interviews for their digital fun fest only? Who's doing these interviews talking to these devs? People that you chose, you elitists. People that you trying to freeze me out. But at the point you think that you're going to freeze me out, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Because what's going to happen is you're going to have us get a coalition. You are embodying us to get the coalition together to remove you. Because the same way you remove them is going to be an overthrowing of you. You're not going to handpick your individuals to who are going to do this interview, who's going to get this, who you going to ascend. So what you're saying is hard work don't matter no more. What you're saying is you are the high chief and the appointee to who's going to do these interviews, who's going to get these exclusives. You are the gatekeeper. For that, I say nay. For that, I won't lay down. For that, I won't take that. All you're going to make me do is go harder. I'm going to make sure I get these interviews. I'm going to make sure we make packs lit. I'm going to make sure any show that is anywhere that Iron Lords will be there until we're breathing down your neck. That you are going to be forced to open the doors and allow us to get in to get the interviews that we work so hard for.
Boss.
And that's why I say this. Yo, if E3... ESA is going to do what they want in the long term. But what they're going to have to realize, 100%, they have to stop towing the line. They have to make that event an event that's appealing to people like us. And just the gamers wanting to go, right? the last 2 years when they've had gamers coming in there, they've had overpriced passes, they've had super long waits in line, all the negative stuff that thankfully LogNet kind of been able to sidestep the last few years because obviously we're moving up in the world.
Absolutely.
I think E3 survives that way. E3 has to become a 100% consumer-centric event, 100%, because that gives them the money they want to make, right? And it also gives people like us the opportunity to continue to go, and now remove from all this digital stuff that we may not have access to because, like King said, Jeff Keighley don't know me by name. He don't know us by name.
Right.
So if he's the steward of this moving forward, we're not there yet with him.
Right.
So we have to continue to keep putting boots to the ground and going to these events, interviewing people. Right. So how does that happen? It happens by these events becoming 100% consumer centric. 100%.
No, I feel what y'all saying. Look, I want to jump in real quick because I hear the concerns. I hear everything going on. Shout out to Lord G. He probably still in the chat. We've been talking behind the scenes, and obviously the landscape is evolving, right? Things are changing in front of our very eyes and certain things. However, I have heard positively for the guys, for the content creators, for the provocateurs, for the website owners and stuff like that, because of this adjustment, actually, some velvet rope is being cut because what has happened now with this whole digital age thing, some developers are like, look, yes, I'm going to give all this information to the bigger outlets and stuff like that, but I'm also going to give it to these guys and this outlet and this. So it's actually still not necessarily cutting the little guy out, so to speak. From what I'm hearing, again, I can only speak on myself. I can only speak on Lords of Gaming. From what I'm seeing, I'm still seeing positive strides that they are going to still reach out to us and do that and not just be limited because, again, they're not beholden to a location, to a space. They are still, listen, companies at the end of the day, they want their information out. They want people to know about their game, what they're working on. They want this information out. So I know for us as the hardcore, sometimes we like, yo, this looks scary, this looks spooky, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But again, it's early. From what I'm hearing, things are just evolving and changing. We got to see how it's going to play out. But I do agree with Fang's point. It did show me how strong Keighley's hand is with this joint. You know what I'm saying? I respect Jeff Keighley for being a gamer and his passion. I've had my issues with him in the past over two things. We know about the Death Stranding thing, you know how I feel about that, you know what I'm saying, as far as the connection and closeness. And I kind of never forgave him with the Xbox One X reveal.
I think he was told to leak that. I still think he was told to leak that. If he was told,
I'll eat that, and I'm wrong.
Because people like him, especially him growing as fast as he was, I don't think he would have intentionally leaked that unless he was asked to.
Again, minor things. Those are just my nitpicks. Overall, do I think he's good for gaming? Yes. Is he trying to move things and get things popping? Do I love the Game Awards as a showcase, like our Emmys, our Oscars? Yes, love all that. Let gaming rock. Like I said, we got to see how this go. I'm not going to cast the evil thing on him yet until I got to see how you move. And I got to see how the developers move in reference to the community. That's all I got on it. But we'll see, man. It's a big thing, man. Anybody got anything else on it before you move on?
I haven't said anything yet, I think as much as I hate to say this because we do. I think E3's done. They might have one more year, but I think Jeff is looking to end E3. I think he's looking.
You know what's funny? You said that. Schreier actually agrees with you. The minute SummerGameFest came up, he was like, "This is effectively the nail in the coffin for E3." These was Jason Schreier.
I don't think E3. I think E3 might survive a couple years, maybe one more, maybe two.
Right.
But I think the moment that these companies start saying, first off, I think people respect Jeff more than the people who run E3 these days. I think Jeff has got the support of the industry.
Right.
I mean, the fact that Phil Spencer felt comfortable enough to reveal their next console at the Video Game Awards speaks volumes.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of time. Maybe 2 years. E3's done. And
wait a minute, and it didn't Phil say they fake, like they was on fake rehearsal so it wouldn't get leaked? I mean, even Jeff didn't know it was being
Jeff knew. Jeff was one of the only people that knew.
Okay. I thought even he did.
Yeah. Well, see, no, they did that for everyone else in there because no one else knew besides the people running it and Jeff.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right. Look, let me get these super chat. Then I got. Yo, Cyrus Burks, $5. I'm sure Naughty Dog is working on 2 games right now. So why would the hacker only leak 1 game after the infinite delay?
Yeah, we did that one.
We did that. Okay. Did we get restored Hades?
Yeah, we got Hades. The first one we had Emmanuel A.
Okay. Emmanuel A. Lord King always gives us the good word. Thanks, brother. You know what I'm saying? And then who else? Because I think that's it. We all caught up.
Squirrely Dan.
We have a couple more. Squirrely, talk that talk, King on God in them. Put that up on there, man. And then we got a super sticker from NYT, man. We really appreciate the support. You should have put some words in there, man. You don't have to just do the sticker.
I feel you. Thank you.
We got a $5 super chat from Build That Coalition of YouTubers, Mixture, and Twitch streamers of content creators band together to force that stand against the tide of the elites.
Hold on. And shout out to Gotham God. Never seen that name. Salute, Gotham God. $10 super chat. Love your show, guys. King David, you put the nail right on the head, as always, brother. So glad I was able to meet you last year at Xbox Fan Fest. Boomstick. Hoping E3 stays and becomes more like Fan Fest. Salute, Gotham God. Somebody that met you, King.
Man, God bless, man. I hope it was a good experience.
We might have been lit, man. But nah, salute, man. Look, it's real. We'll see what happens, man. King, let's get up out of here, man. We got the last one. We got to roll, man. We went crazy long.
Okay, yo, did y'all see that StadiaConnect? and you know, no. It's okay, yo. I love how they did it.
What?
I love everything about it. It was all about the games. They showed developer real quick. Listen. Stadia is learning. Google's learning. Google is listening to what's working. That StadiaConnect was legit. Maybe the games weren't. Right? Maybe the games wasn't. But could you imagine when the games are and they have that format? It was like a Nintendo Treehouse. It was a Nintendo Direct in their format. They gave you the games, they gave you the information, and boom, boom, bang, bang, bang. When the games is coming, what's up? Yo, you can also get Stadia free right now. They gave you information, they showed you games, and they got out of there. They didn't get in their own way.
I feel that. I saw that PUBG crossplay. I figured you might be bubbling off that.
I'm not gonna front. This made me say, yo, I might give Stadia a try now.
All right, for the free 99. Ain't hurt nobody just to see.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Drunken Ninja. Shout out to ILP on this beautiful day. Shout out my girl, a proud new Xbox One X owner. All right.
Nice. You know, there's 275 people in here, man. Hit that like button. Hit that like. Look, let's try to get that over 200 for the end.
They being disrespectful. Low population gaming. What the hell is state? Yo, they going it. Oh, it's your fave, man. Real quick, this last time we all go quick on this. What you fit? I don't know. Did you catch it? Stadia, is this if it interests you? Is this in the bushes? Where is this at with you, man?
I'm good, player. I'd rather get Big Rona back.
Wow. He's doing straight in the bushes. And Fame has spoken.
I think that's a little bit more than in the bushes, man.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Throw it in there, man. Yo, Addict, man. Are you going to try for the free 99? Well, you on it already, right?
Yeah, I'm already on it, man. Look, at the end of the day, it's nice to not play with some cheaters on Steam, playing Destiny, but I need them games. I need the stuff that, you know, first off, put XCOM on there. Put stuff that I can play that's not multiplayer. And I feel, let's be real, okay? Addict will approve of Stadia. It's not that bad. Even playing multiplayer on, you know, on Destiny, it's not that bad. But I have to say that I did play it on my PC. Like, I can't talk from playing on your tablet on the cell phone providers network. I can't talk about stuff like that, but it's not a bad service.
No doubt.
It's not. And if they get their stuff together, I think it could actually compete with the consoles.
No doubt. Lord Saab, the original Stadia tester.
Bush.
You turned. Wait, hold on. How you was riding in the beginning, and then I was hating, and I'm riding, and you turned. What's up?
Because the free 99 is just temporary. if they would have come out and be like free 99, you know what? Free 99 for life, whatever, or just bring down that overall price, or get rid of that whole you have to buy the game wholesale like you would purchase it in the store, and you're getting an actual either digital copy of it or physical copy of it. Eliminate that, and I'd be on board.
Right.
And then show me something from your studios that's absolutely substantial, like Wave Break, like that Wave. I looked at Wave Break and I'm like, what?
You didn't like the You didn't like the teddy bear?
The teddy bears, like what the heck? You know, I could go play Wave Race on my like,
I thought the teddy bear was legit. He was doing mad moves.
It's not enough for that same pricing model, and just trying to. And the thing is, again, I don't care to have to go in a couple of months later and cancel my subscription. Like, no, forget it. What I will say is, yes, the technology is fantastic. If Stadia will be around in some way, shape, or form. If it doesn't stay at Stadia and they just kind of license out the technology to other people, that's something that can happen. But again, currently with the way they're doing business, I don't see.
You don't like how they charging people.
Listen, but Solve has thrown them. But look, I'll make it quick and I get out of here. Look, I'll be honest. Like, I wasn't really interested at first when I was listening to the joint. You know what I'm saying? But look, they extended it for another 2 months. I thought PUBG was a good look. I honestly think that's the lane they need to go. I think what they need to do is realize, look, make Stadia Pro your Game Pass. Add stuff into that service. You got the Destiny fans in there because cheaters and PCs running rampant. You can't do the aimbot stuff. You can't hack. None of that on Stadia, right? So promote that as your multiplayer.
And they low-key are on Twitter.
And they are on Twitter. But they got to do more of it. I need to see the Division up in there. I need to see Call of Duty Warzone up in there. I need to, if you
Overwatch.
Google got the
all
money.
Those games, yeah.
So start adding them games in there. Make you the multiplayer joint. Now, again, like Sav was right, though. You got to have your own exclusives. You got to have some joints in there. You know what I'm saying? But look, I mean, I thought it was, I was surprised Octopath Traveler is coming over there. I was surprised EA was in the bag. You know what I'm saying? Dropping all that. EA being mad messy. Why these games ain't coming to Switch? But we ain't gonna get into that. The whole thing, I'm like, you on Stadia, but that's weird to me. But look, it's another 2 months. They're trying. I thought the show, like, agree with King. It was concise. It was quick. Boom, boom, boom. In, out. But here's the main thing. Where them features, dog? When you first announced Stadia, you were saying I was going to be able to play with my favorite YouTuber. We'd be able to integrate, and we was going to do all this stuff. And I've yet to see it. You can't even share a screenshot on Stadia. Like, what's going on? Like, features, man.
In some ways,
yeah.
Nintendo Switch is better than Stadia.
Yeah, like, bruh, like Nintendo.
When Nintendo Switch is outdoing you in features, you need to go back to the drawing board because you clearly messed up somewhere.
Why is it taking so long?
When the Switch is outdoing anybody in features,
they got a long road to go. But the tech does work. And anyway, that's it, man. Let's get up out of here. This is a long.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, we done held fame
hostage for the worst.
For a minute. My wife was right here. Me down.
Oh, my bad, Faye. Yo, apologies to Lady Faye.
Mine as well.
Yeah. Okay. We got it. The ladies of the realm are upset.
Got a wife, so I'm good over here.
Like another hour.
She looking at you like, what podcast is this?
First she goes, Sunday, that ain't your podcast.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Yo, new IO people. With the latest Xbox Series X reveal, showcasing games specifically from global development partners. Only do you feel this is a mistake by Microsoft to not show Xbox first-party offerings first? The choices are A, yes, multi-plats is not the way to go. Show those Xbox exclusives and be priority. B, no, don't show your entire hand yet. Sony has yet to announce anything but a logo and controller. Or C, I don't care. I needed this same energy for the Xbox Series X logo reveal. Yo, that's the question. That is the answers. Please rock the RP vote when it goes up on Twitter. Lord Fame Entertainment 2K up in the building. An absolute pleasure. We held the man hostage for 3 damn hours, and he still rocked out and didn't complain. My bad, brother. It was just a good show. We kept talking too much.
All love.
Where can the 5 people find you? What you got going on, man?
Hey, man, I am at Fame ENT2K across the board. YouTube, Twitter. Also follow the @Level1 Gaming. Because on 5/11 we're going to be announcing a few things here and there. But yeah, man, also every Wednesday I do the Double XP podcast. I got one hell of a team over there, man. They're just trying to grow and do their things to make you guys check us out 7 p.m. Central Time on my channel and also another channel, which I can't quite announce yet.
We got it. Yo, 511, y'all. Please, man. Salute this brother. Long overdue. Finally, we made this happen. I'm super pumped. This was necessary. This is needed for growth and togetherness in the realm.
Yes,
Keep
sir.
doing what you're doing, brother. We like to see your trajectory and what you got cooking, man. So
I look forward to next time, brother.
You already know. You already know. Always welcome here in the realm. Lord Addict debuting the face cam out here. People, yeah, they out there throwing mad Valhalla shots at you. Where can the
he didn't take his face off.
He took his face off.
Now he take it off.
He said, "Look, the show over. I got to put my work in."
I'm gonna start putting it off like literally at like 3 o'clock. I'm supposed to be out of here. I'm out. Look, first off, I want to thank Fame definitely coming on. You know, me and Fame definitely have a pass, but I got mad love for him. Look, definitely go there and follow this man on Twitter, man. I'll put it in the chat.
Yes.
Second off, the Realms community is so supportive. Like I'm speechless right now. You guys definitely came through, man. We already almost have 200 likes. Yeah. That chat's been on crazy. The super chats, everything, man. We appreciate it. We came here every week. And it's like I said, everything you guys give us, we reinvest straight back into the podcast. You know, that's the reason I'm here is because this green screen. I wouldn't be here.
Green screen.
Man, tell me how my brother. Tell me how the green screen is up. It should be. Don't mess with that.
He what's up?
He over here like, what's going on? What are you doing? Like,
my guy, Zach.
But you know, we want to thank every one of you for coming in here. It was an amazing show. We had 305 people at one point.
Yeah, salute, man. Big
and we coming from the beginning where we only had like 10 in there. Yeah. Nothing will humble you more than growth. And all of you guys have been coming here every week.
Absolutely, man. Salute to the chat. Absolutely lit, on fire. Lord Sovereign, good to have you back, brother. Feeling better, man. Where can the people find you? What you got going on, sir?
First off, I just want to say thank you to Fame for coming through. Cog said earlier, who's clapping for the Rona? I wasn't clapping for the Rona. I was clapping for the man that made it.
I was like, is he clapping for the Rona?
Not clapping for the Rona. Not at all. But Fame, man, weeks ago, I saw on your timeline, you put something up that broke my heart. You said that, you know, you were feeling worse and worse, and your daughter would come to the door and sing to you. And I was just, that absolutely broke my heart, man. So I'm so pleased and happy to have you healthy and here with us, man. I'm so happy for your journey. The fact that you know, whatever it is that kind of made you say, you know what, I gotta live my life even more so now, right? I have to do, and everything that's in my mind that I feel I can do, I'm going to try to do. Appreciate having you here, brother. Absolutely. God bless, man. God bless. And like Addict said, thank you to everybody for coming through every single week, man. You guys are in here. We seeing new faces every week. People having fun with the Book of X stuff. I feel like Smitty Smith, like you guys
holler at us, man. We trying to do that.
Yeah, good, man, for sure. Like so it's absolutely amazing. Again, I want to apologize as well. Coming next week, Lord Sovereign will be on screen.
What? Yo!
The green screen is here. The problem is, like, I see you guys the green screens, and I'm like, yo, aren't you supposed to project something on the green screen?
No, why you coming at the production value of the show?
I'm saying, like, that's what I want to do, because I didn't want to put the green screen up just to block everything that's in my house. Like,
graphic guy, gotta talk.
I thought that was the whole point in getting the green screen.
But I want to get you out.
The man just bought the debut. Now he's making demands. He wants.
Addy said, I don't want nothing in the back. I just wanted to block off the back.
No. That's the thing. Because for me, last night, I was up to like 4 a.m. because I'm like, all right. First of all, I need to shave and get.
Fame, you can bounce out if you want. Like I know.
I'm looking.
Not until I give him his roses. Not until I give him his roses. Yeah.
So I'm looking crazy rough. And then last night I'm like, what am I gonna rep tomorrow on the green screen? So I'm trying to get the Streets of Rage thing up, right? So it's like it's weird because you got to mess with it, and then you gotta mess with the chroma and like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it didn't work. So I'm like,
God forbid you put up one thing and then something else show up. You don't need to have that.
Yeah, get that lighting.
So we will be working out the kinks this week, and Lord Sovereign will be on screen.
Let's go.
See my grimy mug.
Let's go. Let's get that money. Let's get that demographic. Let's
that demographic.
Let's get that demographic. You already know. Lord King, what's going on, brother? Where can 5 people find you? What you got going on?
I've been the need of my man thing.
Word.
I've been the need of you, sir. I didn't know the character of the man that I have met before me today. All right, and I learned the character of the man, and the man he's a man, because the first things that he said was, "Baby, sit down. We're gonna get these affairs in order. This is the passwords to all this, that, and the third." Because as the head of the household, as the man of the household, you take care of all that stuff. So she don't have that headache and that worry.
Exactly.
But you understood what was going on, and I know you was praying to whoever you believe in. At the same time, you was a realist, and going through your journey. I can't even put myself in your shoes, sir, to see the things that you've seen. And like you're saying, these people is going to have they need some type of counseling, because he said he's suffering from these PTSD type nightmares from this situation. To admit that, to be that open and honest,
it's real,
sir. I tip the hat to you, sir.
Thank you, man.
And thank you for sharing. You know, so when we do get a chance to get out, I'll definitely get my behind over there to Texas.
Yes, sir.
I definitely.
Yes, sir. Down there, man. He does us down there.
Yeah, we definitely. I ride up on that horse. You're gonna have to teach me.
I get you 2 revolvers.
Yeah. I'm about that life.
Man, next thing you know, King will be playing Red Dead. This ain't clear, man. We gotta go back.
I might have to buck up and learn that. But KOS is up. Make sure you check out that affordable line. Hulk. I got something else that I might do, an affordable line this week. Actually, I got a couple of affordable lines coming through, because there's some big statues coming out. I saw some pre-orders that was coming up, and they actually shipping. I saw some guys get those. Remember, I shoot in 4K. Everything done in 4K. So if you have the ability to watch it in 4K, you can watch it. Your Cog told me this week. He said, "My man, what's up, man? You was sweating?" I said, no. I took the shower. I dabbed the face. I said, wifey said I'd be glistening. But yeah. I said I was just glistening. He said, "Boy, that 4K crazy. You might have to dab off a little bit more."
That 4K showing everything.
You gotta have a makeup session before.
Yeah, like you got to powder up so bad. I was like, yo, did he just finish balling? Like what he was doing before?
Yo, what's crazy is it is freezing down here in this basement. You see the jacket on and the hat is because it is freezing. I make sure that the heat and stuff is on, because that boiler make a lot of noise.
Yeah, I feel that.
All right, so I don't want to be interrupting your guys' fun. So I freeze down here, sitting in this room for 3 hours. I freeze. I make sure I got shoes on so my toes don't go dead. You understand what's going
sacrifice.
on here? I sacrifice for you, but I also appreciate every last person that comes into this chat, that sits there, that views, that we can pull you away from what's going on at this point in time, and a level of retainership from beginning to the end. You guys are rocking with us, and I'm rocking with you. Yes. Yeah, it's fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm truly humbled. Like Addict says, this is amazing. You got 4 guys that just hang out and shoot the crap with each other. And you guys are rocking with us, and that just warms my heart.
Yeah, man.
Every time.
Super humbling, man. Yeah, King could have said it best. Again, thanks to Lord Favor coming through. Long overdue. Chat was on fire. Love the topics, man. It was a great show. Got some more fun next week. Should be extra.
We got a super chat.
Oh, yo, wow. I missed that. Catch that. Oh, Perfect Shotgun, which is a thumbs up, man. $2 super chat.
The one above that, too.
And above that, get that for me, y'all. I'm missing things.
We got a $5 super chat from Drunken Ninja, I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shout out to ILP on this beautiful day, and shout out to my girl, a proud new owner of the Xbox. Oh, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, no doubt.
Okay,
look,
cool.
Man, everybody, look, that's all I got. Everybody enjoy your Sunday. Thanks for rocking with us. We're going to get you that flock. Yo, why the cars is disrespected when I'm going
That's
up?
them Sony. they overheating.
No doubt. Listen, man, everybody enjoy your Sunday. Get this little outro. We out of here, man. Peace. Oh, before we out, Smitty Smith said we got permission. Thank you, Smitty Smith. Get this intro, y'all. Peace.